And hello, everyone. Welcome once again. This is Chapter 10 of the Boston Neonites Chronicle. This episode is titled Fallout, which I think will be very apropos considering what transpired. In our last episode, the sheriff's meeting uh, turned into a bit of a war zone. Some vans pulled up, a bunch of other kindred piled out, attacked the sheriff's men. Our coterie decided to jump them from behind. It became a three-way battle royale, if you will.
Mistake.
Yes, yes, yeah. Sydney wasn't too thrilled with that idea, but nonetheless, that's what they chose to do. And when all was said and done, the coterie had took a little bit of took a few hits, but as a whole, because they jumped from behind after the battle had already begun, and several of the participants were already injured, they got away with some bumps and bruises, but nothing significant. But unfortunately, the sheriff seemed to have been destroyed when a van loaded to explode crashed into her and exploded. They didn't have time to really check, but the assumption most likely is she did not survive. But on the good side, before all that went down, Sydney got the sheriff's cell phone, which he told her to unlock for him. So there is that, and the coterie. Before all the sirens were quickly coming to the sound of gunfire and explosions, got to the parking lot. They made their swift exit with one of the sheriff's men who had been injured to the point uh, of going into torpor, and as well as one of the attackers who piled out of the second van. And they all headed back to their motel, their flea bag motel room, to to regroup, and that is where we pick up. Now, just as a very quick side note, some of you might be saying, "Storyteller Harlequin, I see you posted episode 7, 8, and now this is episode 10. What happened to episode 9?" Well, unfortunately, that summary is going to have to do because OBS, my recording software, decided not. Though I did hit the record button, it decided not to create a file for whatever reason. So, episode 9 is lost to the pipes of the internets.
It's okay. It was just combat anyway.
Basically.
No one wants to hear that.
Exactly. No one wants to hear that. Exactly. So that summary basically just saved you 2 hours nonetheless. So,
You're
this
welcome.
Yes, you are welcome, internets. So,
Why are we talking about Diablery in the chat? What's happening?
Yeah, I don't know. I think they're getting the group's getting a little antsy. Oh, and by the way, just a very quickly
The first
introduction.
one of you that Diablerizes someone is the first one to die.
No, there was last session. The van people were diablerizing, Anna saw signs of diablerie in at least one of their auras.
Yes, yes, that is true. Before they jumped, Donovan, before they jumped and got into the battle royale, Anna used Auspex and was able to get a good glimpse of one of the people jumping out of the van and saw the signs of diablerie on one of them. At least one of them. FYI.
All right.
The coterie, both in the town car of Sydney, as well as the van that got procured by Anna with the two bodies in the back, are heading back to the motel. And just very quickly, as I should say, we have basically a full crew this episode. We have Skeptical Necrocon, aka Donovan, playing Sydney. We have Peanut playing Mr. Jackson. We have Drac playing Anna, and Joker playing Virgil. So
I changed, so now it just says all.
Now it's just Donovan, which is a lot easier. So
it really is.
it is. It is. That's why I went back to Harlequin. Just everyone fucking knows me as Harlequin, so I was like, fuck it,
Yeah.
just whatever. So that's there we go. You guys, without incident, get back to your motel and go from there.
Can I heal?
Yeah, if you have the blood.
I also heal.
How do I? How does that work again?
1 blood for every 2 points of bashing, 1 blood for every single point of lethal, and 5 blood and 2 knights for every point of aggravated damage.
Cool. So can I heal 4 bashing?
If
If
you
I
have the
have
blood. Yeah,
2
absolutely.
blood.
I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
We need to.
I assume you do that after you get back to the motel
Yeah,
because you
yeah.
gotta basically you can't be driving and focus
No.
on your healing. Yes.
I'll
Yep,
tell you right when we
absolutely,
get back.
absolutely. You can do that. Anyone else need to do any kind of maintenance?
Heal my bashing.
Surprisingly, I didn't get fucked up at all in that fight.
You did not.
Way to
Yeah.
go.
The
Combat
only-
monkeys
the
unite.
only-
Exactly. It's
The only
amazing.
hit I took was to my self-esteem.
Yes. Yes. For anyone who missed since the episode is lost to the webs.
Are you sure this one's recording?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
I am looking. In fact, I am going to look right now just to verify,
I
and
think
there
that's
is
smart.
there is the file right there, being created as I talk.
Excellent.
Yes. Yes. Our resident tank, Virgil, the gangrel, basically every combat roll was basically a critical failure, basically for the entire combat. So he basically did absolutely nothing, contributed absolutely nothing to the combat, while Anna, the PI Toreador, ended up dusting 2, as well as, if I recall, I believe Mr. Jackson did some damage, and then Sydney's driver, Dean, actually dusted 1 as well.
Way to go, Dean.
Yeah, Dean
You're
with
the
his
man now,
M4.
dog.
Dean with his M4.
Virgil,
Yeah,
Virgil just fell on his face.
Virgil literally fell on his face.
Oh man, that's rough.
Yeah, he was rushing to jump a guy from behind. Critical failure on the attack, and so he ended up tripping on a piece of concrete, loose concrete, and ended up face planting 10 feet from the guy.
At least they didn't take any damage.
No damage. Absolutely no damage. Now, your ego and your pride, on the other hand, that probably took lethal damage.
Yeah,
But-
no physical damage.
But no physical damage. No. So you get back to
Happy to be back, by the way. Sorry that I was.
Oh,
I missed you guys.
Oh, well, we missed you too. Hopefully I took good care of Sydney while you were gone.
I don't know. Sounds like I got damage and not very many people did. So this is a lesson to me. Don't let Peter touch your characters.
I have no idea what you're talking about. That was just pure happenstance.
Uh-huh.
I also took damage, to be fair.
Yes.
And you know what? I appreciate you.
Yes, because Anna pulled Sydney behind a dumpster for cover when he got sideswiped.
That's right.
Yes.
I was not expecting to hear that.
Yeah. So there may be some newfound respect. Who knows? We'll have to see how this plays out.
I mean, I respect everybody until they prove that they don't deserve it.
Anna takes longer to warm up to people.
Yes. So, as I said, you get back to the motel. Those who want to spend blood. Is there anyone less than 4 blood points at this point?
I'm at 4 now.
Okay. Is there
That I
anyone
spent.
less? Because I got to keep in track going into frenzy with some bad situations happen.
I am at 7.
No, I'm at 7.
Okay. Good.
I'm a 10.
Oh my goodness. All right. So
Man.
you guys are good. All right. Just keep in mind, Anna, if you go by the next night, if you don't feed, you will be on that borderline of.
Oh, I'm feeding like now. Like as soon as like if we're not doing anything, I'm going to go feed.
Right, well, at this point, it's about 11 p.m. The meeting was at 10. That whole incident, from the travel and the altercation took about an hour. So it's about 11 p.m. at this point.
Hey, Peter, one quick question. Is it
yes.
okay if I spend a little bit of XP before I start this section? I have
Absolutely.
never
Absolutely.
XP before.
Absolutely.
Cool.
Just
I'll send you the updated sheet.
That's fine. That's cool.
Thanks.
Yes. So those who want to heal, again, you can heal up, mark off the blood appropriately. And at this point, you have the sheriff's, who's who's apparently DOA. You have her cell phone. You have the two torpor individuals, one from the van and one of the sheriff's people.
We have 3 at this point.
Right. But I'm saying just from this incident.
Right.
Just from this most recent.
Just stacking them like cordwood now.
Yeah.
Yep.
By the way, Mr. Jackson.
Yes.
You noticed that you got a voicemail while all this was going on. You got a message that went to voicemail.
I don't know too many people that be calling me. Yeah, I'll listen to it.
It's what's that?
Nothing. I'm just
just
fucking around.
I did not write down. You were the one with the contact, the underground contact to try to sell all the merchandise, correct?
Yeah.
What
The
did I
black market
say?
deal.
Right. I thought I wrote his name down. What did I say his street name was again?
Let me see if I have it written down.
I thought I wrote it down, but I'm looking at my notes and I do not see it. I mean, we could just make up a new name for him. I mean, it's not that big of a deal, but if you have it written down, we'll use that. If not, we will.
I guess I didn't write it down either.
Okay. Well, we'll write it. We'll definitely write it down this time. What's that?
His name is Mark Black. It should be anyway, if it's not.
Okay.
Okay, Mr. Black. We'll call him Mr. Black. That's his street name. Mr. Black. You see that it is a voicemail from Mr. Black. The number indicates.
Okay. I listened to it.
Okay. He says, "Hey, I am ready to meet tonight whenever you want. I want to see this merchandise you have. Let me take a look at it, and if it's something I feel I can unload for you, I'll call some people, and maybe within the next night or two, we can make a deal. Give me a call."
Dun, dun, dun.
All right, great. So I go and inform everyone else about what's happening because there
Okay.
were some discussions about what to do with the guns last time.
Okay.
Because I know some wanted to keep some guns, so I need to clear that up.
Okay.
So
Could you talk to me about who this Mr. Black guy is?
he's someone I know from my sire, the business that we do.
Okay, so he knows you through your sire, and your sire doesn't want you dead, right?
As far as I know, he wasn't
Okay,
even
but
at the meeting.
sure, but like we've been branded as like persona non grata
He's not
by
in the Camarilla Desire, I don't think.
no.
No, he's independent.
Okay, well then, would you mind if I checked up on this before we go and present ourselves for a trap?
Feel free. I mean,
All right, Peter. I'm gonna tap my influences then.
Okay.
I'm gonna hit my hacker influences and ask them to check into this individual that's trying to set up a meeting and see if he's contacted any other underground resources to like set up a hit, and then I'm going to also contact my gun smuggler friends, and because I have 3 influences,
Yep.
I'm going to contact my gun smuggler friends and see if they have if there's anyone in the area that's looking for like an order to fill or something like that.
Okay,
Because
that's
you
fair.
said this was a gun trade, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And
Well, is
and potentially the
gun
drugs as
and-
well. Remember, you
yeah.
guys got that about a half a dozen packages of coke
Jesus Christ.
No.
from the
How
Sabat
many
stronghold, from the Sabat
Are these like
safe
keys
house.
of coke or like dime
I believe
bags?
they're bricks.
Bricks.
God damn.
Right. While everyone is talking about this, I wanted to go check on the merchandise we have, or on the stuff, whatever.
Buying a dot of fortitude.
Well-
FYI.
Okay, which is probably a good. Which is probably good.
Being around these people.
Poor Sydney. He just, getting sideswiped by cars and
Walks.
craziness.
I got you when I can make my Gris bags. Don't worry.
Oh my
No,
god.
declined.
It's pronounced Gree, by the way.
Okay, Gree. I got you, and I got my Gree bags.
He basically wants you to eat a piece of his flesh. That's really what he's.
Ah, that's a hard pass.
That's a hard
Fucking not happy.
He's determined though. He's determined. He wants to work up to that bag and have you guys eat it. He's pretty.
I don't think we could anyway.
One day.
One day he's like it's going to happen. I'm gonna make you a bag and you will like it.
One night we're gonna be in such a dire situation. We're gonna be begging.
Oh my!
I won't.
Oh my!
I don't think you know me very well.
Oh
I'd
my!
rather just die.
Wow.
Wow, that's hardcore right there, guys. That's hardcore. All right. So I lost track. What do we? Okay, so Sydney
wanted
is
to-
reaching out to his contacts to vet this guy, and to see if he has anyone who is looking for fire to unload, pick up some firearms. Mr. Jackson, does Mr. Black, does he, I mean, is he aware you're not mortal, or does he think he's dealing with someone mortal?
He's unaware that I'm not mortal.
Okay.
Because I mean, we always have to use our mask of 1,000 faces.
Right. So as far as he knows, you're just some guy who comes across stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's what I need to know. All right. So Sydney's making some phone calls, reaching out to contacts he know are safe to reach out to. Yes. What are you doing, Anna?
I was just reminded. Have I heard back from that professor yet about the hard drive I left with him, or that Donovan left with him?
Oh, from the hounds.
Yeah.
Yes. How are you? What are you checking? Like, are you checking something specific? How would you know? How do you normally reach out to him? Is it email? Is it phone calls? Text messages?
Probably email. Last time I called him, but probably email makes most sense.
Okay, so you're gonna check your email?
Yeah.
Yeah. There is actually an email from him from that day or during the daytime hours, and he says. Yeah, he goes, hey, the decryption finally finished. I got that hard drive in my office whenever you're ready. Talk to you later.
All right. I mentioned that to the group, by the way, the hard drive from the Hound. If we don't want to pursue that, has been decrypted.
Okay.
We should look at that.
I wanted to go down to the car, I guess, where we keep all the.
Okay.
Bodies.
Yep.
And how much? If I were to stack the bricks of cocaine, how big and how wide would you say?
Each brick is about 8 inches long, about 5 inches wide and about 2 inches tall.
Okay, how
Pretty.
about like I want to stack them all, and how big is the stack and how wide?
Like tall?
Yeah, like how tall? Is
If you
like
stack, well, the 2 inches each, there's 6 of them. So 10.
12
It's 10.
inches.
Yeah, about a foot tall, roughly. About a
Okay,
foot
so I'm
tall, but the other dimensions are identical.
Jesus Christ.
okay, so we got 6 bricks of coke,
Yes.
and that's all the drugs we have.
And if you count what Emma took off that street dealer, remember when you guys were hiding out in that street dealer and Emma?
So we have about
Yeah, I
8
didn't-
cubic.
But those were like dime bags. Those were
Yeah,
those were
that's
not
not something-
significant. Yeah, that was a handful of like dime bags and small one use kind of things. That was not like you wouldn't call a dealer say, hey, I got a dozen dime bags. That'd be like, that's small. I mean, small time maybe, but unless you're doing really small
why
time.
why are we setting up this deal? We set up this deal because
For money.
Because we're out of money.
Yeah.
Yep. How about, and this I'm just putting this out here, we can always shut this idea down. How about I send all of the information on the sheriff's phone to Clan Bentru so that they can have that information so that they will fucking unfreeze my bank accounts.
Do you think-
Once they do that, I can make it rain.
I can make
I'm-
it rain.
I haven't used that background this whole fucking game, and I have the most points put into it. Like,
I also
have-
have.
so
Yeah,
much money.
I have a lot too, but I mean, do you think that they would believe it?
I mean, what reason would they have to doubt it at this point in time? Like, what the hell? Like, also, do we know who the people that ran over the sheriff were? I'm guessing it wasn't the Sabat.
We don't know for certain.
I'm guessing it was probably the cam. So maybe the cam is probably like jumping on the kill these motherfuckers train.
We can ask.
You do have one of
Yeah,
them in
we
torpor from the
Mhm.
van that jumped out of the van.
Yeah, good point.
Was
He
that
w-
count as tracking down a lead?
What's that? What's that, Drac?
What?
If we woke this person up and found anything from them, would that count as tracking down a lead for my nature?
Yeah,
for
absolutely,
willpower?
absolutely.
We should do that.
Drac wants her willpower point.
Yes.
Okay, but like, what exactly are we gonna be doing with the guns, though? I mean, if we
Keep them.
do the deal, how many are we actually gonna be selling?
Probably none of the guns right now.
According to my notes, you guys got about 3 dozen mix of submachine guns and shotguns.
That's a lot of weapons. We can't use them all.
No, but we
I
can
mean,
keep
we
them.
could, but
Just have them.
okay. So then this is just a straight drug deal, then.
Because
I
then
was
the
going to
Sabat
say-
can't get them back.
Because if that's the case,
on.
then I need to hit my dealer back up and say, "Hey, I got robbed or something. Can't do it. Sorry."
I was about to say, while I'm downstairs or outside, I'm going to take the cocaine
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to burn it.
You fuck.
What?
Yeah.
I'm going to throw it into
This
a
fucking
dumbass
guy.
pose. And
This
I'm going
fucking
to
guy.
Are
burn.
you nearby?
Oh
Is he nearby?
my god!
This is
Oh,
the
the
gangrel
cocaine.
doing this?
Drugs kill, kids. God
Where
damn.
where is he?
I hope you go into Rock Trek or whatever, however the hell you pronounce it.
All right.
Yeah, Rob, you're right.
I would need everyone not burning the drugs to make a
Your frenzy?
alertness and perception target. Well, he's outside. You're inside. We'll say target 8.
Can I? Is my heightened senses? It would have been activated from the fight. So,
How long does that last, Brian?
A scene.
Oh
so
yeah.
it wouldn't be
So
active anymore?
Well, the heightened senses is considered, like, depends on what you're doing, but it's considered always quote unquote on. Like, there's no reason to turn it off, and it doesn't cost any blood. So yes, technically it's scene by scene, but you wouldn't ever turn it off. Like, you're just more aware with heightened senses. So
Okay.
it's up to you.
right
If
Peter,
you have,
but,
if
like,
you,
some storytellers require people to be like, "Oh, I activate this every goddamn scene," but it's considered always on for the most point.
all right. No,
I think it pretty much describes that in the description of power too.
That's fair. So if you have that, and every kindred has that, correct?
Correct. But if Anna ever says, like, "Oh, I'm specifically heightening, like, my hearing or my sight," then, you have to consider that if it's not one of those things that's going to trigger it for, like, the next scene.
Right. So this would just be general. Yeah. So I think target 8 is fair.
Okay.
Dice Maiden is dead.
Dice Maiden is dead. Why does that not shock me? Virgil, was Dice Maiden the one that totally was choking on you last session?
No, that was Sidekick.
Sidekick.
Dice Maiden is the one that actually gave me a decent roll.
Huh. They nerfed heightened senses in V20.
They
That's
did?
surprising. Yeah, because you used to be able to see in complete darkness, and you can't now. It just reduces.
Although I do also have very, very good sight.
Yes.
Do you have eyes?
This is more just for context. The main senses being affected right now is smell and hearing. That's what's.
Yes. I have a cute senses sight as well.
Okay, that was Drac. Okay.
Then yeah, essentially.
Yeah. Are you making a roll, Sydney?
Yeah. Sorry. You said it was
perception alertness.
Watch me suck.
Difficulty
8.
One success.
Well, hey, one's better than none. One's better than none.
One's
And
the
we all
loneliest
go,
number.
that motherfucker. Everyone's collective
Right.
head snaps to the side. Son of a bitch.
Can I react before everything starts burning with my celerity?
Well, you can definitely be if you want to use celerity. If you want to use that requires a.
It requires a blood.
Blood.
Yep.
So, do you really want to put
make you hungry?
Yes, it definitely will put you on that borderline of you need to definitely eat, or you're going to be at the risk of frenzy, and if situations turn bad for you.
Suddenly, Sydney is better looking.
No,
No, I'm just saying I spent a point on appearance.
Yes. Oh, okay. Okay. Suddenly, Sydney's just better looking. I like that.
I think you can only do it on physical stats.
On what? I'm sorry?
You can only do it on physical stats, unless you're doing something else. Then what I'm thinking.
Really?
What?
You can
Yeah.
you can upgrade your social stats.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
If you couldn't, what would be the fucking point of being a social character?
Yeah, you
I
can
mean, with
upgrade.
blood buff,
I think
putting.
No, he's using
you mean
experience.
right now, right?
He's
Yeah, I'm
using.
using my XP. I'm just
Oh, okay.
updating.
I thought you were using blood.
Oh
No,
no.
God,
Yeah.
That's only
Coded yourself.
No.
in
Yeah, Sydney's burning his
sparkly
experience right
blood.
now, so he's using this downtime at the motel to burn his experience.
Yes, I'm going to use blood.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm
Well,
sorry, that
let me.
wasn't clear.
Yeah. let me explain what for those of you who everyone got at least one success, correct? Some
Correct.
of you smell before others here. Specifically, Drac is the first one to pick up. You start hearing like the crackling of fire coming out from the outside. And within the next moment or two, the rest of you start smelling like burning wood.
when I start smelling it, immediately I want to, start running. I imagine Drac already
Yes.
started going because she's already. I'm gonna do the best I can to try to keep up, which is terrible. I know
Yeah.
I
Step out the
can't
window.
at
Yeah.
all.
Well, so
but I'm
Drac,
looking.
so Drac burns the blood, and she is the first one out there through the door, out to the out into the front parking lot by your two cars, the now acquired van that the four kindred piled out of to attack, and Sydney's car, and you see Virgil over the. He has taken some pieces of broken pallet from the dumpster by this motel, started a fire, and he has already thrown one brick of cocaine on it, and he's about to throw some others.
I'm gonna
Jesus
tackle him
Christ.
away.
What's that?
I'm gonna try and just what is it called when you grab someone by the
Grapple.
neck?
Yeah.
Yes, but just launch myself at him and away from the
Take down.
fire.
Like you're throwing yourself at him to to him.
Yeah, but preferably further from the fire,
Well, yes.
not into the fire.
Right. To the fire. All right. So a few things need to first happen. Drac,
Yes.
I need you to make an athletics and dex check, please. First.
Okay.
At least one success, ideally. 2 or more would be preferable, but at least as long as you get at least 1, you won't fall into the fire with him.
Okay, dex and athletics.
Yes. This is going to be for both of you, because if you fail this, you still potentially can take him down, but you're going to take him down into the fire.
Target.
6. Oh, thank goodness. So yeah, you actually. So if you do take him down, you are going to fall away from the fire. So that's the first. So that's good. Now I need you to make Drac. I need you to make a strength and athletics check, and Virgil, I need you to make a strength and athletic. Oh, I'm sorry. Strength and brawl check, both of you. I'm sorry. My mistake. Strength and brawl.
Dice.
Target 6.
So 2 days.
Woo!
And this is a contested
No,
roll,
that's-
so
That's mine from earlier from dice mating. I guess she just
yeah,
looked back
you
up.
just decided.
Yeah.
Dice Maiden's got
Target.
lethargy.
Yeah.
Target 6.
Target 6.
One
All right.
success.
And Virgil, I need you to make a strength and brawl check, please.
Yes, sir.
May I suggest botching it?
Please.
Yeah, well, considering how last game went, I'm probably going to.
I mean, I'm sure you roll a lot more dice than me. No.
So this is what happens. Oh my God, Dice Maiden, you are having issues today. Yes, possessed, I say. So you launch yourself at Virgil, and he basically, with one arm, catches you. His body basically stops yours, and he catches you with one arm as you're trying to do this cross body jump on him. And yeah, as you try to tackle him, and he just kind of you push him back one step, but he basically grabs onto you, and his body he stops your momentum.
But I'm still on
And though, however, because of this, he is unable to throw any more cocaine at this point into the fire because he's taken a step back. He's holding you, and he's a bit shocked, needless to say.
This is payback.
Little shit.
This is payback
How
for
much?
us
How
taking
much have
away
I
his
already?
vanities.
Through a
How
brick.
much have I already thrown into the fire?
You've
How
thrown
much
one brick
coke?
so far.
There's 5 left.
Yes.
Oh well, that's nothing. Shit.
What a waste of money.
That's nothing. What are you talking about? That's nothing. That's an entire brick of cocaine. You know how much
That's a
money that
lot of money.
Yeah.
That's a lot of money. Let's
Also,
Google this.
It's like
Certainly.
really pointless. How much is a brick of cocaine in terms of
Yeah,
kilos?
that's what I'm looking for. How much is a? Oh, you mean how many key? Well, that's
Yeah.
generally what it is. Usually, a brick is a key.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's what these are basically.
Right.
Is a kilo of cocaine worth.
That's exactly what I'm literally looking for the same thing right now.
FBI gonna be knocking on your
12-ish
doors.
K. Oh, 18K.
You guys are going to get put in so many watch lists.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
So about 18 grand, roughly, each.
You little shit.
That could help so much.
Yeah, so 18 to 20K depending on purity. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fun.
All right.
What? I wonder what the purity of these keys are. Not that I know.
Yeah.
I was gonna check and see if I could tell with my streetwise later on, but I mean, we'll see what
Yeah.
happens.
So yeah, there is one brick that has the encasing has burned away, and is the coke is kind of half, actually has half put out the fire, half burning it away.
Yeah, yeah. Well, where's he lighting this shit?
In the by the dumpster in the parking lot. Farce.
Good. As long as he's not like lighting fire to the trunk of a car.
No, no.
I mean, considering how things have been going.
I know, right? That's
now-
why I had to clarify.
Don't see.
Now, at this point, the rest of
Wait.
you have caught up with who wanted to investigate what the smell, what the sounds are. You have now caught up with Anna, and you see that scene.
Virgil, what the fuck are you doing?
I'm not letting these back onto the street.
Why?
Fuck.
What the fuck? Why? This shit, we can't. This shit means nothing. We're not fucking mortal anymore. It doesn't fucking matter. This
Yeah.
is money. You just
Why are
burnt
you
our
hanging on to your like human set of morals? That doesn't make any sense. You're not people. Like, you know that, right? You're not people anymore. Like,
I'm not a.
people have to deal with that shit. If they want to like destroy their bodies by, taking cocaine or whatever the hell, that's their prerogative. You can't make the choice for other people. That is their call. Like, this is like the abortion issue all over again. It's their body. Let them do what they want.
They want to be fucking crackheads. Let them. It's just lining our
Exactly.
fucking pockets.
Fucking A. It's not your job to police that.
Plus, these bricks in
Real-
the grand scheme of things, not a lot. But in terms of how it'll make our next few nights go a lot better.
Sydney,
I don't care about
Yes.
the money.
do
And
you,
then-
you still have the sheriff's cell phone on you?
I sure do.
Do you have the sounds turned on, or is it on
Is
silent?
it
Yeah.
on or off?
I would assume it's still on because I asked her to unlock it for me. I never
Yeah,
realized-
she did. I didn't know what you did. You like
Yeah, I'm
turn it
whatever
off
the
or
settings,
silent it?
whatever the audio settings were for it before.
So you
what's
just
on
haven't
it.
changed it. Okay, that's what I need to know. While this little brouhaha, no pun intended, is going on in the parking lot, you feel. I assume you probably like put the phone on the inside pocket of your jacket.
Yeah.
Your blazer. You feel
Suit
the
coat.
phone. Yes, the suit coat. You feel it. You feel it vibrate.
All right, I'll be like, hold that thought. I will look at the phone. Who's calling?
It's actually a incoming text message.
What?
Incoming text message.
Okay, who's it from?
The sheriff never assigned a name to the number, but the number there's definitely been back and forth communication with this number. So clearly it's someone he's involved
All right.
with.
Well, I'll open the text chain.
Oh, she was involved with, I should say. Right. There's a text exchange, but he never identified the number.
I
And the
scroll
text.
to the top. Do they ever like, hey, this is so and so texting?
No, it's very obvious they were purposely not putting names.
Okay.
The other person never used the sheriff's Rebecca's name, and Rebecca never used that person's name. They were obviously very careful about that. However, there's a lot of information. It's something that goes back for months. Text thread that goes back for months, so you would have to spend a little time going through the whole thing. But this particular message is basically says, haven't heard, want status update. Haven't heard from you. I want a status update.
Can I check context? This is probably Sabat that's contacting her. And they want to know what's going on with her. All right, so I'm going to look at the previous messages. What sort of updates has she given in the past? Like, what her response has been?
You're quite confident. It doesn't take a rocket science to figure this out. This is quite confident. Whoever the sheriff was reporting to, this is the person.
Okay.
Quite, because the sheriff is clearly taking cues from this person and heeding whatever this person's telling them to do.
This is probably, just a guess, this is probably like the Archbishop of the Sabbat. It's
well, you
she was going to be the
one thing
bishop
I will
before.
say, because you can't obviously you can't hear tonal inflections and it's just raw text. But one thing that does strike you that you seem, again, it's something that's very evident and doesn't take a rocket science to figure out. Whoever the other person on the other end is, their text very, very elegant. They are not using any internet speak abbreviations. They're using very formal very excellent grammar, excellent grammar, no spelling mistakes.
Does she have spelling mistakes, grammar errors, text speak in her responses?
A little bit. There's a little.
Okay.
The sheriff wasn't a dumb, wasn't an idiot.
Right.
But,
no, I get that.
The sheriff definitely used some text abbreviations occasionally and internet speak and everything and a couple.
Right. So this is probably somebody old school that got their ghoul gave them a jitterbug or some shit like that, so they could figure out how to use this weird thing called the internet. It's got the big ass buttons for the geriatric people on it.
So while you're looking at that, let's get back to the rest of the group. So Sydney's looking at the sheriff's phone, trying to address that. What's happening with the rest of you?
I am going to remove the rest of that coke from Virgil's vicinity.
Okay.
And I'm calling him a fucking insane madman who clearly has no regards to the situation that we are currently in.
Okay. And Virgil, are you letting him do that or?
No.
No, of course not. Of course not.
No.
I am still in his face.
Well, yeah. You still still have Anna you're still holding Anna up off the ground with one arm.
I'm going to put 2 bullet points into strength.
Okay.
This is okay.
Okay. I don't know where this is going, but okay. So remove 2 blood points. 2 blood points and put it into strength. And that lasts for the scene. So what are you doing with your added strength?
You two really need to let me do this because I don't want to fight you. And I will.
Don't do something fucking stupid.
You little shit.
I'm telling you the same thing.
Listen, you've been fucking up. You already fucked up when you took the fetish. You killed one of those women that you fucking wanted to save for no goddamn reason. And now you're pulling this.
Jesus Christ. All right, this text message is going to have to wait.
Okay.
All right, listen, man. Vampire 101 You need to stop all this fucking human-esque bullshit. Like, I know that you're like trying to like, I don't know, keep some semblance of your soul, but listen, look at your teeth. You're not human anymore. It's just not a thing. Sorry. Stop burning our shit. We need the money right now. Our needs outweigh your desires. So stop, or I'm gonna
The
fucking
needs
let
of
these two let
everyone
loose on your
outweigh our
face.
needs.
The fuck are you? Go take a fucking dirt nap in the park. What the fuck are you talking?
I'm not going to let these drugs keep corrupting the people
Fuck
of Bach.
my life. Anna,
I'm not
is it okay
human,
if I
but I'm
just
not like
dominate?
you.
Given the context of the situation,
Like, this is getting
don't-
out of hand.
Yeah, I don't know that there's any other. This one time, I guess.
Okay. All right. Well, I pop off. So
Okay, well,
look at
everyone's
me.
everyone's head snaps to Sydney because he becomes the most interesting
Can I
person in the parking lot
Try
right
to
now.
resist.
Well, I'm not looking at you. I'm not making eye contact with you. I'm just having everyone look at me, which includes
Yes.
Yeah, I want to keep
Joker.
eyes on Joker.
Yes, so everyone's head snaps to
I'm
look
going
at Sydney
to-
because he now seems very, very interesting, and
Yeah, I lock eyes with Joker. I'm like, stop doing
I'm going
what
to
you're doing.
roll
Good luck.
willpower
Okay.
Oh my god.
to avoid eye contact. You roll will.
Is it your
Okay.
current willpower or is it your total willpower?
It's remaining
it's
willpower.
It's remaining.
So one
It's
dice.
remaining. Yeah.
Oh, okay. What is the
All right,
Let
make
me
a
check.
contested roll.
I mean, there is even
Well,
he
it's
has to make his willpower roll first,
Right.
and then I take negatives if he doesn't if he's actively trying to look away.
Right.
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so make
So
a
what's
roll.
because I'm not resisting the dominate. I'm resisting the urge to look.
To look at him, right?
So what's
Right.
Yeah. What's the difficulty?
That's just a standard roll, right? Right, Brian? Target 6?
I think so. Let me just double
Yeah.
check for awe presence.
And the funny thing is, Mr. Jackson is like, man, I'm glad he never did that to me.
Right, like dominate. What's that? What's happening here?
Okay, so here's how it works. Those affected can use willpower points to overcome the effect, but must continue spending willpower every scene for as long as they remain in the same area as the vampire. As soon as the individual spends a number of willpower points equal to the successes rolled, he shakes off the awe completely, is unaffected. So I got to roll my awe firstly.
Yep. Okay, so roll off.
Let's see. This isn't the best roll for me, but it's okay.
Virgil better hope he gets dominated.
I don't know. I honestly don't know what we can do if he's not, is the thing.
I'm gonna slap his ass with the stinky hand.
Oh my
Put him in the corpse
god!
pan?
Oh
Yup.
my god! You guys are vicious.
No, he kind of deserves it at this
He
point in
keeps
time. He's
fucking up.
like he's really just shitting in our cereal. 2 successes.
Okay.
There you go. So you can spend your willpower now. You don't have to roll. It's just I spend the willpower and you resist me for the scene.
Right.
And then next scene, if I do it again, you have to spend another willpower. And once you get that second willpower spent, then you're good for the rest
How
of the
many
night.
willpower do you have left?
I should have only
Only what? I'm sorry.
unless this I should have only one unless this burning of cocaine unless that matches with my nature,
What is
which
your
is idealist.
Oh my
I think
god. Well, I would say that it does.
Yeah.
something about morals. Yeah.
Because he's actively fucking us.
Yes. Wait a minute. Virgil, I'm looking at your sheet.
He switched it. Remember, we had
Oh,
that
that's
conversation.
right.
Yeah.
We were
That's
talking
right.
about it.
Yeah.
I
You're
just
right.
hadn't.
End of the last session.
Yeah.
I was waiting for XP until updating my.
Yeah. No, that's fine. That's fair. Yeah, you are correct now. I stand corrected. So that means so if he has 2 willpower and you got 2 successes,
He spends
does
one
he
for
net
the scene.
0?
He spends 1 for this scene,
Right. And then he has to spend
he can-
another one for next scene.
Yeah, if like we move locations, like we go back up to
I see.
the room.
So
or
he's
something like that.
so he successfully, while you seem very, very
Oh.
interesting right now,
Yes.
he is avoiding eye contact.
Sure is. Good job. And now I use dominate. If you are trying to actively look away, this costs another willpower.
Okay.
Well,
Oh
the looking away is a roll, I believe.
Eye contact. A target trying to avoid eye contact can make a willpower roll against a difficulty equal to the dominant user's manipulation plus intimidation.
And what is that?
So you get 1 dice
Yep.
against, and you have to roll a 9 or better.
Here we go. This is it. This could.
Don't fucking roll a 10.
Or a 9. I could roll a 9.
Yeah, he could roll a 9.
He has a 20%
That's
chance.
true.
He has a
Alright.
20% chance.
1 in 5. This could
Yeah.
happen.
It could happen. It absolutely
could happen.
I hope for your sake it
Alright,
doesn't.
let's,
Yeah, I mean, our other options are like staking you.
Yeah, that's probably not
Yeah,
going to be
let's
good.
see how this. Well, let's see how this goes. All right. Ooh!
Wow. Are you serious?
All right.
Oh,
Okay.
nicely done.
Can't roll.
Fuck you.
Hold
Fuck
on.
you.
What,
Like-
what
good
happened
job.
now? How he rolled 1 dice, but he got 2. What?
He got a 10.
1 success. It's
Oh, what? I
Okay,
see. I see.
fuck
Okay.
you.
Okay. I see.
Yeah.
I see. Yes. Wow. No,
Yeah,
well
she
done. That's
Yeah.
props right there. That's props. I mean, I don't know how Plan B is going to work out for you, but
Yeah,
congratulations
could be
on avoiding Plan A. Props.
Sorry, guys. He's resisting.
And this is where Sydney just takes a step back.
Yep.
He's like, I
Not my
try.
circus, not my monkeys.
The
I
power-
tried to, go the
Is
non-violent
this where I
route.
frenzy?
The power of idealism.
Is this where I frenzy? Can I
Uh,
frenzy? I
Well,
think I
you
should.
can't voluntarily frenzy,
No.
but it's up to
Right,
Peter
yeah.
whether dominate doesn't necessarily cause frenzy unless
No.
it's for some reason causes
Oh
grief
no.
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah, if he made you do something like really out of whack, then that perhaps that would be more in
Okay.
line with going
Uh,
frenzy. But this is just him trying to outright dominate you. No, that wouldn't trigger
Yeah.
frenzy.
Just trying to help, man.
Just try to help. Just try to help. All right. So
Goes back to the text message.
Anna. Yeah, it goes back to
Back
the
to my phone. Fuck it. He's looking away. I can't do anything about it. Somebody either needs to fucking hold his eyes open like Clockwork Orange style, or this isn't gonna work.
So, Peanut and Drac, what are you guys doing?
I'm not gonna make the first move, but
Keep
are we
burning
still in
coke.
awe? Are we still in awe of
No, I'll drop that.
sitting?
I'll drop it.
Okay, so I'm gonna continue to keep moving the fucking bricks of cocaine, and I'm staring dead at fucking Virgil. Like, don't do something fucking stupid.
And I'm gonna get in Virgil's way of interrupting this as much as possible.
Okay, and Virgil, what are you doing?
I'm gonna put another dot into strength to bring it up to 6.
Can you do that?
No, you already burned
Yeah,
your
the
2 blood.
generational.
The what?
Oh, I mean, if it's in the same turn.
No, your strength
it's
is
just that I did that last.
Yeah, no, your blood is still that's good for the scene. So your blood, you burned your 2 blood, and you said you put that into your strength.
Yeah.
So how are you up?
That's per turn. Blood per turn.
Can you put it up to 6?
It depends on
Yeah,
what your
because the
generation is.
generational limit
Limit is
6.
5.
It should be
first.
1 above your natural limit.
There's a chart in the book.
Yeah,
What's
I'm
your
it's
at
generation?
minus 5 for ninth. We're both ninth gen.
Yes.
I hope you
Actually, I can
botch
put.
every roll from now on. I swear.
Yeah. Actually, I can put one into strength and one into dexterity.
Okay. At this point, I think it's appropriate we all roll initiative. The 3 people involved in the situation.
That's
Nope.
fair. 1d10, right?
D10 plus your wits and dexterity. So add your wits and dexterity together, and then add that to a D10.
In dexterity and celerity?
If you have celerity, yes.
Okay. Um,
Wait, what?
So add your wits and dexterity together, and then take that number and add a D10 to it.
Yeah, it
So
says ninth
mine's
generation. Your
12.
max rating is 5.
Mhm.
Sorry. You'll find it.
So Anna, of course, always does well with her rolls.
I mean, I get plus 10.
So then
Yeah.
I put 2 into dexterity.
Mine's 12. I didn't add it into the equation, but my dexterity plus what's this? 6.
Okay, so that's Peta is 12, Drac is 15, and
Fuck
Joker
you,
is
fuck you
18.
Of course, you're getting
Oh
a
my
good
God.
roll now.
Fuck you. Fuck all of you.
All it takes, all it takes is for you to betray the coterie, and now suddenly you can roll like a god.
Yes,
Right.
couldn't do this the last session. Well, when you're
No, that
jumping
was,
a
that
van
was just
full
like,
of
I was recharging my
crazed
power.
vampires, but
I was charging.
oh my god! All right, so
I am out of beer. I'm gonna go get another one.
all right, so Joker, you all right. Well, it's your turn. So what are you? I mean, are you going to try to continue to throw the bricks of coke in the fire? Are you pushing Anna away? Because last I knew, you still have on. No one, neither Anna nor you said you were letting her go. So as far as I'm concerned, one arm is taken up by holding Anna, who tried to tackle you.
Yeah, I am thoroughly enraged. I'm going to. So this is a new turn. I'm going to pull out my claws.
Oh goodness! All right.
Oh, we're going there.
Okay.
Jesus H.
Yeah.
Great.
Okay, well, guess we're about to spend 5 freaking blood to heal.
Okay, so
And I'm going
you.
to.
Who knew that this was
I'm
going to be
going
the last
to.
session?
Yeah, who knew?
Yeah.
Who
Wow.
knew?
New characters, everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should start making new characters right now. I'm going to let go of Anna and I'm gonna pounce. I'm gonna go after Jackson.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jesus
Check
Christ.
then.
All right. Roll. With what? Your claws?
Yes.
Jesus Christ.
Okay.
You know, I really thought that this shared experience would have galvanized us as a coterie, us against the world. And I felt like it was going that way.
It really was.
But then this fucking guy,
This one
decided
asshole.
one day to touch the thing that everybody said don't fucking touch it. And if everyone didn't say it, I know I did. I said don't fucking touch it. And then he started being altruistic all the time, like cocaine is bad. And
I'm
damn.
so fucking scared. One good roll and Jackson's fucking dead.
I mean, I only have 3 blood left. Like, I'm in a bad spot.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. I've got 6 left.
Yeah.
And I'm not looking forward to this. I mean,
That
I
is
guess I can try to
aggravating.
dominate him again.
Okay.
That's
Wait,
aggravating.
you want to you want to throw your roll into the initiative pool? Donovan?
Yeah, why not? What's my initiative?
Dex and wits plus D10.
Plus any celerity.
Not with this character.
Yeah. Oh wow, I'm pretty decently fast.
Okay.
14.
Okay, well, that's not bad. I mean, that's a
Not cheap.
that's a good roll, but unfortunately, he got a fucking 18.
Yeah. No.
All right.
that's fine.
So yeah, that's fine. So so Virgil, I need you to. You said you're using a clause. That's melee. So I need you Dex and melee, please. Target 6.
I already rolled.
Oh,
Is that what
No,
those
it's just
fucking
4.
rolls are?
I didn't see
4
what-
successes.
Okay. So first, I need Mr. Jackson. I need you to roll. What's dodge again? Dex
Dexterity plus
and athletics. Death and athletics. Target 6. If you get 4
Whatever
successes, he
happens
misses
to
you.
them, I apologize. Yes.
Yeah, you just need 4 successes. That's all.
Mm.
That's all.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, I didn't really think this is where the adventure was going to end, but. Whoa.
Yes.
Oh
Yeah,
my
I
god.
apologize.
What is that other roll?
Oh wait. Oh, that's
That's
damage.
just yeah.
Oh,
that's
what's
just
happening now?
damage.
Oh,
Whoa,
damn.
whoa. What's
Shit,
happening
I thought
now?
that was good.
It is 5.
It's bad.
No, wait. Is it 9? I think yes.
Holy fuck.
So
Uh,
I mean, either way, you've completely fucked me. Even if I live here, you've completely fucked me. I just want you to
this
know
is
that.
a damage roll. Is this a damage roll?
Yeah.
Then tens aren't. Ones don't subtract from successes, so tens don't count as doubles.
Yes.
So it's just 5
Yes.
straight, not 7.
But it's still 5.
It's
How
a
did,
lot.
How did you
That's
get?
a
How did you
lot
get
of
no
blood.
successes in your dodge?
I have
Hold it.
no
Doesn't
idea.
But he gets a soak though,
Because he
right?
rolled 2 1s.
Yeah, he gets a soak.
I
though,
get a
too,
soak. I get a soak, but I mean, at most, I would just do like 1. At most, it'll just take away 1.
No, that's not true. You get your armor plus your fortitude.
I only have stamina. I don't have any fortitude
No,
yet.
the claws ignore stamina.
I've
Oh.
got nothing.
Just
Yeah.
let me just double check how claws work, but I'm 99% sure that claws ignore. Like that's their thing.
Yeah,
Are
I
they
don't have
lethal?
any.
No, they're
No, they're
aggravated.
aggravated.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
aggravated.
saying. I'm completely fucked.
This is the kill shot.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mm.
This
Well,
is the-
5 would just put him at mauled.
Oh, are you clean of health damage right now?
Yeah, I'm completely clean.
Oh,
but
good.
It's the
Yeah,
This
so-
won't,
it's
this
the
won't
fact that
kill
how
you. This
long-
is just gonna fucking ruin
Hurt.
you.
It's gonna hurt.
It's just how long it's gonna fucking take to do all
Alright.
of this, undo all this damage.
Blah. Character attacks normally, claws and fixed, strength plus blah blah blah. Other supernaturals
I'm
cannot
back.
normally soak this damage, although a power such as fortitude may be used. Additionally,
Yeah,
difficulties of all
I thought you were right
climate
too. Yeah.
are reduced by 2. Yeah, so yeah,
So-
it's just fortitude.
5 points of lethal damage, unfortunately. So his claws
Aggravated.
just
Yeah,
aggravated. Yes,
It's aggravated.
aggravated. So his 5. His
You don't have any
claw-
fortitude?
claws.
Asterisks, right? For
Yeah,
aggravated.
asterisk.
Yeah. This tears into your side as your
What the fuck?
what?
You
That's
stupid.
Oh,
me
that's
shouting.
No.
Like what the fuck?
And poor Mr. Jackson falls down to a knee as his side is just tore into.
Is he dead?
He's no.
No,
No.
he's-
He's just
I'm-
hurt
I'm-
Oh,
really
you
bad.
said dead.
I'm close.
He's fall. All
yeah,
right.
because I
So
did
that
not want to
was
kill anyone.
Well,
You're pretty damn close. Also, now I want to kill you.
So now
Heck,
it's
I mean, it's hard to
Anna.
tell because he's a fucking rotting corpse usually, but like
Right. Yeah.
now he's missing some fucking ribs and shit.
You guys hack the coterie? Like, fucking.
This
Yeah.
fucking guy.
I
So,
feel
Anna.
like
What are you
Yeah.
doing, Anna? He put you down and lunged at Mr. Jackson.
Can I pull out shotgun and start shooting at him?
Yeah. I
Jesus
mean, you
H.
still have your weapon on you.
I still have
Keep
what?
in mind, just as an FYI, I know this is kind of on the outskirts of town, not a hugely populated area, kind of rundown motel, but firearms are going to attract attention.
Yeah, and they're all I
FYI.
can use. So I'm
FYI.
gonna use my shotgun.
Yeah.
Okay, so the shotgun you had strapped over your shoulder since last time. Yeah, you swing it around and boom.
I'm gonna also
What?
I was gonna move back a little bit as I did that,
Okay.
so that I'm not. Although I don't know, it doesn't really matter.
oh my god, this situation.
So I'm
It's
rolling
ridiculous.
dex and firearms, right?
Yes, dex and firearms.
All right.
Target 6. Well, Donovan, she should get a because this is like not point blank, but pretty close to point blank. She should get like a bonus to target, right?
That's your call, but yeah, I
Point
would
blank
think so.
is-
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
point blank
target.
is for-
So target 5. I'll give you target 5.
All right. And what is the?
Shoot for the head.
Yes,
Are you aiming? Oh, so then that increases the
Back up to
target.
That's
7.
+2.
Back up to 7. Yeah. So target
right.
7 if you're going for the head. If we're going for a headshot.
Yeah, I'm fucking going for the headshot.
All right.
One success.
Yeah, that's rough. That's rough.
He doesn't get to. Yeah.
What's that?
So it's a gun, so he doesn't get to dodge. He just gets to soak.
Right. So
Yeah.
Mr. Soak, you get so that's stamina, and then you have fortitude.
I have 1 dot in 42.
Stamina fortitude.
Stamina, fortitude, and that's a target.
Yeah, stamina.
What, 6, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And his fortitude's automatically going to reduce the damage to bashing.
I'm checking for the weapon sheet right now because I didn't write down how much.
Didn't I pin that?
Oh, did you?
I believe I pinned that.
Maybe. No.
Oh no, I thought
You pinned the Primogen.
Oh, whoops.
Or what? The
Because you did post all the charts
Yeah, I did.
Mm-hmm.
in the. Oh, I'm in the wrong channel. That's why I'm scrolling back up. But let's get to Chronicle members. There they are. There they are. A shotgun is
8.
8.
8. Yes. 8. And what did you roll for your? What did you roll?
rolled.
What did he roll for his soak?
Oh, I haven't rolled.
Oh.
But I rolled 0.
But you rolled 0. All right, so so that's 8 bashing then, Donovan?
Yes, but then it's halved. Wait, no, because you still have to roll for damage.
Do I roll damage?
You roll that amount. That's like how many dice you're getting.
Oh, okay.
So you're rolling 8.
D10. What was my target? 6?
Yes.
Yeah.
Do I add my 1 success to it or not? Oh, it's additional, right? Additional successes, so no.
Yeah.
2 successes.
Man, the dice bots
1
just hate you
bashing.
today.
1 bashing.
All right, so a shotgun blast just singes the side of your head, and you take that. That's Anna. Now it's back to Sydney.
Oh my god. So, yeah, I'm just gonna try to dominate him again, but this time it's command,
Okay.
and because he's in combat, so I can't use long verbal
Right.
anymore. So I will say, is he still grappling?
He put Anna down and he lunged after Mr. Jackson.
Right, and he like fucking
Tore into
clawed him.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So I am going to command him single word to say freeze. Hopefully that will bring us out of combat round.
Okay.
He's if he's trying to avoid eye contact, he's
Yep.
gets to roll again. And again, he needs to roll a 9.
Okay. Roll one die, please.
Ugh.
On a side note, my favorite one-word command when I was playing Donovan's Chronicle was sleep. That was my favorite. That was like my my 1-point dominate skill.
Right.
Sleep was my favorite command of all time.
And it
sleep.
works great outside of combat.
Oh yeah.
Like
yeah,
inside of combat,
here you gotta.
they literally.
I got a
Are
9.
you fucking serious?
Are you fucking kidding me?
Oh
What
my
the hell?
Oh my god!
Fucking immune to dominate. What the fuck? Like, I'm dominate built. Like, I pretty much can't. I can only have one more fucking dice in my total fucking possible dominate dice, and this guy's fucking ignoring all of it.
Oh my god! With 1 point of willpower, mind you, 1
Fucking
point.
Bullshit! I've got to find another fucking power to fucking pop so that he can goddamn burn that fucking willpower point.
Oh my
Fuck
god.
my dick. Ugh.
This is funny. I mean, this is kind of.
It's not funny because fucking goddamn Peanut's gonna
Oh,
die.
Yeah.
Which brings us to a crossroad. Since Sydney's turn is over now, right?
I sure am.
Yeah.
That is
okay.
Hold on. So what? Okay, so he had the 4. I am actually. Give me. Okay, so whose turn? So now whose turn?
Now it should be me.
Now it's Mr. Jackson. Yes.
Yeah.
Mr. Jackson,
Which
what
brings
you
us at a crossroad. I, as the player, don't want him to die, but I feel Jackson would be so pissed off that he's gonna try to attack.
Yeah, I'm going to say this. I'm not going to kill Mr.
You almost fucking killed me already. You
Yeah,
dumbass.
I almost.
And
I'm sorry.
You came at him
I
full
do
tilt with
apologize.
the claws.
Yeah.
Like,
The player apologizes.
I mean,
The character does not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, next turn it's Dread Gaze.
Yeah. I'm like, Anna's trying to kill you at this point. I don't know.
I'm gonna try to make him fucking run because that'll save us.
Yeah, that makes sense. I can't do anything else though, so.
Alright. Well,
Yeah.
let me find the roll that I need to do, because I'm gonna make your fucking face melt off, you dick.
Okay.
Oh my god. This is over cocaine?
Yes, this is over fucking some cocaine.
Yeah.
Yes.
This is stupid.
Hey Brian.
What?
Is there a rule where if it comes to your turn, initiative wise, can you defer your turn and then wait till someone else goes and then say, now I want to do something?
Yes, you can always hold your action for later in the turn, but that does not carry over to the beginning of the new initiative.
Right. But I'm just saying for that turn though, you can defer. If you have when it comes to your turn, you can defer till someone else moves.
You can defer. You can defer a round completely and act at the beginning of the next round if you want to do that also.
Okay, that's what I wanted to know. Thank you.
Yep.
All right.
Well, so Mr. Jackson.
I'm gonna use putrefaction.
Okay.
So it's Joker's stamina and his fortitude.
He's gonna touch you. It's gonna hurt.
Yeah. I'm gonna make you fucking ugly, son of a bitch.
You hurt me, so I'm gonna hurt you. This is the problem with combat. It just escalates. It makes everyone bleed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
An eye for an eye makes the whole world blind.
Yes.
I'm gonna really miss Anna.
Well, Jackson wants to blind the fuck out of Virgil.
Man, she's just starting to grow as a person.
Well, GG, everybody.
Yeah.
All right.
Usually.
So I need Virgil. You need to well, Joker, you need to roll your stamina and fortitude or whatever, and that's my difficulty.
Ooh. I feel like right now the coterie really needs Joker to use his last
What is the
willpower.
difficulty?
Stupid.
1,
So
I
what?
am. I'm sorry. I do apologize for all.
No, I mean you're playing your characters
What is the
as
difficulty?
you need to, so we totally
Yeah.
understand.
I need your stamina plus fortitude.
What is the difficulty?
Oh no, you don't need a
For
roll.
the-
I just need to know the total of it.
Well,
When I get my money back, I'm tying this fucker to a chair, and he's just gonna watch me like hand out cocaine to people all day long. Like, here you go, have some cocaine.
Some cocaine.
the total of stamina and fortitude is.
Pretty sure if
Okay.
combat gets resolved, Anna's just gonna stake him in his sleep. Honestly.
Donovan.
Man, I wish that this was necrosis, because if it was, you really would have been fucked. But it's not. So
4 successes though. Nice.
Nice.
yeah. So you do.
Hey, Donovan.
Here's your whopping 1 lethal and take an appearance off.
What's up?
My 1 lethal and
Quick.
minus 1 appearance.
Quick thing. Under animalism, beckoning. When you, how long does it take for the animals to get to that location?
That's at storyteller's discretion, but generally, depending on how many successes there are, more and more animals show up.
Right.
So, if they're like beckoning rats and they're in a city, there's always rats nearby.
Right.
I mean, people don't want to believe it, but it's true.
Right.
And yeah, so
Okay.
it's up to you, honestly.
Okay, because I don't see
Usually
anything in the
usually
rule about that.
Yeah,
so-
usually it's like in a round or two, but like if you're in the middle of nowhere and you're like, I want to summon a fucking trout or something like that, and you're like, you're like a football field away from a river,
Yeah.
then it's like, well, okay, it's gonna take the trout a while to flop over.
But it will make it. It will get there.
As long as it doesn't,
In like 20 rounds, assuming it doesn't die of being out of water. Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yes.
Also, blood buffing, that doesn't count as an actual action, right? Like I could still
No,
blood
That's a
buff
free
after
action.
I attacked or
That's a free action.
okay. Then I'm gonna spend the blood to buff my
Blood
dexterity.
buff is a free
Okay.
action.
That's probably a smart idea.
Yeah.
Okay. So sorry, I was looking. Your storyteller was kind of had his nose in a book. So where are we at?
My
Now
turn.
it's yeah.
Watching
Wait.
your
Also, I'm
ghost
at
dream
5
crumble.
blood.
What is that?
5 blood.
Mm-hmm.
So did
I,
you were you able to touch him, Peanut?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it only did 1 lethal.
Oh, okay.
One
Yeah.
appearance.
1 point.
So
Yeah. Okay.
UGLY. He ain't got no alibi. He ugly.
Speaking
Okay.
of, just like do me the satisfaction and tell me what's your appearance right now.
1.
Yeah.
Okay.
He ugly.
He ugly.
I mean, he's not Nosferatu ugly, but he's
Alright.
like, I don't know.
I mean, my
Halfway
my
between an elephant.
my face looks like hot pizza.
What? Donovan.
Hmm?
I mean, Dean is like in the parking lot by the
Yeah.
by the car. He's seeing all
Right.
this go down. I mean, you're not in direct harm, obviously.
Sure.
But there's a situation going down. What would your instructions have been to him in this kind of situation? What would his normal reaction should be in the situation? Because he's been with you for a while. I'm assuming you guys have worked things out. How would he normally react? Would he engage and with his rifle, or would he just you're not at harm, so he's not going to take an action?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
As soon as I'm in harm's way, he'll move to defend me. But this is an internal struggle, and I
Right.
don't want him fucking and making a bad choice after we get it resolved. Like, oh,
Right.
now's the time, and like he
Right.
shoots him in the head after we like subdue him.
Right. Right. So he just reserve his turn. He wouldn't do anything.
Yeah,
Okay.
his gun will be ready
Right.
if Crazy Pants over here decides to turn his attention to me.
Right.
But yeah,
Okay. That's what I needed to know. Um, something very interesting. Something very interesting happens.
Just get to my turn so I can finish.
What's
so
that?
we can get it done.
Well, we're at someone else's turn actually.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, yes. This is the end of the
Oh,
round, but
my.
it's actually someone else's turn besides Mr.
Oh,
A
Dean
new
Arnold.
challenge.
this is my turn.
No. I
Oh.
said someone else's.
Oh,
Someone
okay.
is stepping in.
Mystery person number 3.
Um,
There's
there-
so many random
New
people.
challenger has
there is a loud noise coming from coming. As I said, this whole situation's happening by the far end of the parking lot, by the fence and the dumpster, and that's where he set he made the fire from the wood near the dumpster. There is a loud screeching, scurrying sound, and literally an entire swarm of rats pile from under and around the fence and just crawl all up over and on top of Miss Virgil. Virgil, there's no real damage per se, but you are basically this swarm of about 24 rats are just crawling all over you, nipping you, biting you, scratching you. Again, the damage, it's not so much the damage, but you're just like, I mean, you could try to take an action, but the penalties are going to be very, very severe until you do something about these rats.
Okay.
Right.
So now new
so-
turn. We're back. We are back to Virgil.
This is the top of turn
So
2.
Yeah, I mean, technically for combat, yeah. I mean, I'm kind of considering it 3 because we were
Did
kind of playing
anyone
it
have
fast and
celerity
loose.
active?
Yeah.
Anna.
Then she would have gotten celerity action.
Oh, sorry, Anna.
Oh.
Go.
How does that work?
How many dots of celerity do you have?
1.
Then you get an extra action. Woo! Go.
So yes. So
Well, you
it's
need to
the
spend
rats.
blood
round.
He gets
on
So
covered in rats, and then Anna, you see that, and you can take one more action.
Yep. So it's the everyman round, and the everyman round ended when the rats covered Virgil, and then the celerity actions happen, and unless somebody else has celerity actions in this combat turn, you go and you're unopposed.
Do I need to spend more blood?
Well,
to do
you
that?
need to spend blood on your turn to have an extra action.
If she had one active,
So-
if she had celerity active at the beginning of the round.
I had celerity active at the beginning when I went downstairs, and I didn't activate it again.
Oh, okay. Well then,
Yeah.
don't get extra actions.
Sadness.
Sorry.
If I had known, but that's okay.
You get
At least you have
one action at
knowledge
1
for
and
future.
2 actions at 3, and 3 actions at 5. It's so
Oh.
good.
That's
Yeah.
really good.
It's really good. Yeah,
Yeah.
for combat, you can just beat the shit out of people because you're going so
before they
much
can
faster.
before they can do anything.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yes. So Anna, what are you doing with your extra action?
Well, I didn't declare I was going to sit, so.
Right. Next
Oh.
round.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Next round.
Next round.
Okay. We're back. So now it starts at the top again, and that is Virgil. Virgil, there's, like I said, there's like 15 to 20 rats crawling on you, biting you on your face. You can only have like one eye. You can only really see with one eye at this point. They are just swarming all over you, crawling up you, and just being a really, really annoying nuisance.
Stupid rats.
They are ignoring everyone else but you, apparently.
So Virgil looks down at Jackson hand at his claws that are now covered in blood.
Yeah.
And he will
Start
spend
apologizing.
2 blood points. Spend 2 blood points to start the transformation into a crow,
Oh my god.
and he will run away.
Oh, okay.
If this transformation completes, I'm gonna fucking signal what's his face, Dean, to
Dean.
just shoot that fucking bird.
Okay.
I'm dead fucking serious. He has less hit points when he's in bird form. He gets the
Yeah.
hit points of the bird.
Yeah.
I hope you got disgusting
also
shit under your nails now.
Aim to hit bird.
Wow, what a
got,
burn! I hope you have
Now you have to
skin under your nails. Yes.
Donovan,
Yeah.
to transform, you got to spend a turn to concentrate, right?
Yes, it's
So
it's
because
it's a
he's
whole
being
turn action.
actively swarmed by rats, he would have to do a contested roll to see if he can actually transform. Correct? Some kind of roll to concentrate.
Well, honestly, it's always up to you. But
Well, yeah. I mean, is
I
there any
think if
rule
he's
for that,
spending-
or?
if he's spending the blood, I think it's going to go off. But
Oh, okay.
I think he's done.
Yeah. Okay, but that's his turn. Okay. So he falls to the ground and he slowly
This is-
starts metamorphizing.
What? Animalism 4?
Yeah. He has animalism 2.
What? Or is this Protean? Oh, this is Protean. not
Protean.
Animalism.
Animalism is
Sorry, I always mix those two in my mind. Very similar. Sort of. Ba ba bow. Beast. Form shape beast.
I was gonna say I run away and then activate Protean. I should have like
All right,
15
so
yards.
here's the. You can only spend 2 blood per turn, right?
Mhm.
Yes.
Okay. So the character spends 1 blood point to assume the desired shape. The transformation requires 3 turns to complete. Spending additional blood reduces the time of the transformation. So it's going to be your next 2 turns.
2 turns.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's rough. Damn. Blah, blah, blah,
Rough for
blah,
him,
blah.
not you guys.
You about to be really ugly.
Also,
Really
possibly
ugly
dead.
bird.
Yeah.
Possibly.
Yeah, there's nothing about interrupting it.
Okay. Well then, okay, it's fair enough. But the rats are still continuing to swarm him. So that was his turn. Now, it's Anna, right? Naturally, that's your next, right? What are you doing? So he falls to the ground, and you've seen this a few times. So that you realize what he's doing is he's starting to transformation.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Feathers are sprouting out of it. Shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna use a blood.
By the way, at this, is it this? No, it'll be. Never mind. Go ahead.
Okay, I'm gonna use a blood. I'm at 2 now for celerity, so I get an extra action. At the end of my turn, I think.
Mhm.
So I'm going to.
It's the end of the everyman. So everybody else will get to go and
Gotcha,
get another
gotcha.
action.
I understand now.
Yep.
I'm going to, if possible, sprint over to the dumpster and grab like a piece of wood if there's one.
Yeah. Oh yeah. There is.
Yeah, and pass it off to like I don't know, Peanut. If
Okay.
he takes it.
So you
Yeah, I'll definitely take.
Peanut, I need you to make a Dex and Athletics check. Normally this would be a 6, but because you have penalties,
I'm
it's
like
an 8.
handing it off. I'm not. I'm
Oh.
passing it. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm passing it.
She's moving. She's
Yeah,
got
that's
celerity
true.
active,
That's true. So boom, boom. Okay. So the next thing you know, Mr. Jackson is Anna's right there handing you a piece of wood. Okay.
Okay, isn't it?
That's
now it's
her.
Jackson's turn.
Now it's Mr. Jackson's turn.
I thought it was Sydney.
I'm pretty
Oh.
sure I go.
Before me.
Oh, do I go at 14?
Yeah, I'm
I go
sorry.
before
You go, yes, yes.
Oh, okay. Then here we go. Dread Gaze. Let's see. Yep, I can perform it against a single target. Extended action. Yep. Successes indicate the victim is cowed. Failure means that the target is startled but not terrified by the sight. 3 or more successes means that they keep using he and she interchangeably in the same sentence, it bothers me, runs away in abject fear. Victims who have nowhere to run claw at the walls, hoping to dig away out rather than face the vampire. Moreover, each success subtracts from the target's action dice pools next turn. So, off we go.
Okay. Roll.
Charisma, intimidation. What's my decent? Oh, all right. 4 with specialty, so 8 dice. But that 6 successes. Good luck.
Nice. So what does he roll to resist?
I actually don't think about that. I'm on page 195.
Let's see.
Enough dice that they cannot perform the action. So shaken.
Okay,
Curls up.
player rolls charisma intimidation. Success indicates the victim's health.
I will be right back.
Oh yeah,
Sure.
it's just
It's just a thing. So
yeah,
he's
just a thing.
taken 6 dice off the top and he's running away as quick as he can, and that means that he can't finish transforming. He needs that blood is fucking lost, so he needs to get up and
Yes.
go.
Yes. So Virgil all of a
Wait,
sudden,
what? I mean, transformation already started.
Yeah, well, you're canceling it
yeah,
halfway through
Yeah.
because that means that you are using your next available action not to transform, but to run
to
instead.
flee.
No,
Sydney,
but I already used my action to start transforming.
I understand
My
that.
next action
You're
would
gonna
start.
quit halfway through. Your next action cannot be used to finish the transformation. Your next
Right.
action has to be used to run.
right.
No,
So
you're a
right, you
fucking
can
Birdman.
cancel it. You can cancel it before it
Yep.
completes. That's yes. So
And he's going to
Virgil-
take a 6 dice penalty on all actions until he is out of the scene with me.
yes. Which I mean, this is an open parking lot, so it's not like he can't get away.
No, I
Yeah,
understand that.
So what Virgil does is actually he, as rats are falling off him, he
Anna
jumps
gets
up.
Anna gets the celerity action before Virgil goes.
Oh yes, Anna. Oh, Anna has to step away.
Yeah. But
Well,
also,
we'll say she
it's
defers
also
her
my-
turn. She defers it, and Virgil runs toward the fence by the dumpster. Rats falling off him. He leaps up with one arm, grabs the top of the fence, pulls himself over, and you just hear footsteps of him running across the lot on the other side
He's
of the
doing
fence.
this with a 6 dice penalty?
You said he's running away.
Yeah, he is. Badly. Because he's got a 6 dice penalty as long as he's in the scene with me. Like, what is his strength plus athletics to climb that fence?
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, I should probably roll for him. I was just trying to get him away from you, and
No,
but-
I understand that.
yeah.
But I don't want him to actually get away from me. I just want him to stop attacking.
I thought you wanted
Also,
him to. Oh my goodness! Yeah.
Does he
he's-
run on? Does he run on his next turn or just the next
He's
turn
gonna
in general?
he's gonna run on his next available action.
It's not looking. Oh, he got he got 1 success.
How many dice did he have?
1, 2, 6.
He had 6 dice
Uh,
before the 6 dice penalty.
Oh, dice, not target.
Yeah, it's dice. Yeah.
Fuck.
If
then he has no dice.
Once
then
the
he gets.
target loses enough dice that he cannot perform any action, he's
Yeah.
so shaken and terrified that he curls up on the ground and whoops.
Oh, okay. Then he's curled up in a fetal position. My bad. Sorry, my mistake.
Get him!
Sorry, I misheard you. I thought we were talking penalties,
Yeah.
not actual dice. He loses dice. Yeah, if
Yeah.
he loses dice, then he has 0 dice.
All right.
Oh well. I mean, I assume that means that the combat is pretty much.
Then
over,
it's
as
now.
there's no
It is
defense.
now over because it lasts for. Dreadgaze lasts for. I just read that. For the scene, right?
It lasts for this. It lasts until I turn it off.
Oh, you
and
turn
it's
it
for
off.
The scene.
Yeah. Yep. All right. So he stops his transformation. He in fear. Virgil then just cowers and gets in the fetal position and basically asks for mommy.
Cool. Well, then that
I don't
means
think.
that
And
means that the
combat is
combat's
over.
and you can just drive that stake
what
right
happened?
through his heart.
Good. I don't think anybody here has an issue with me staking them, right?
Nah.
Nope.
What happened?
Good.
I took away so many of your dice that you could do nothing. Peter was going to make a runaway roll for you, but I took all of your dice away, so you could do nothing besides curl up and cry. And it says that in the rule book.
Yeah, literally. Yeah. And Mr. Jackson is kind of while you were in the fetal position, he kind of took a piece of wood and.
Wait, hold on. So I'm trying to escape, but I'm just going to.
Right. Basically, Dreadgaze makes you run if I get 3 successes
I
or
mean, I
more.
would have.
But for every success, it also
I would've
imposes a
said-
dice penalty. And if it imposes enough
I
dice
would have said that
penalties,
having claws, I could have just climbed.
What?
But
claws
continue.
don't actually give you bonus dice to your climbing. They reduce the difficulty.
Yeah.
This power
Well, I
actually
have, like,
subtracts
3
dice.
Yeah, that power reduced. That was the problem. He got so many successes.
Yeah, I mean, I still have dice because I got like all my stats at max. No, but I'm just
Peter,
continue.
it's Peter's call.
Yeah, I mean, I was just saying. Okay, yeah.
So you just.
What's your dex at this point?
5.
Oh, you did put 5. So that and you have your athletics is 1, right? 5, 6. Yeah, he got 6. Yeah, so that would be a net 0 dice.
At 0.
So yeah. So Virgil is taking a little bit of a nap right now. A little bit of nap. Little something. Unfortunately, however, now that combat's over and we're at normal time flow, a bunch of people from this two-story motel, a lot of people have come out to their balconies.
Just watch.
Looking out because they heard a shotgun go off and a whole bunch of kerfuffle happening in the parking lot. I mean, this is, not the most upscale place, so a little bit of scuffling and what have you is not unexpected. But a shotgun in the parking lot, that gets some attention. Mr. Anderson, Mr. Arnold looks at Sydney, looks up at this crowd of probably 8 to 10 people scattered throughout, throughout the building that are on the balcony now, the front and he looks back at Sydney like, this is gives you a this is not good attention look.
At least you didn't notice the cocaine.
No, the fighting and the shotgun kind of that has their attention. So, now whether police have been called, whether some other attention, you don't know.
All right,
but
Mr. Man in the fetal position needs to be collected, put in the back seat.
Okay.
And
we have van.
What's that?
We have a corpse van we can use.
You guys also stole that van
yeah.
that pulled up. Yeah, you have a van and your town car.
Good. Let's use the van then, just in
Okay.
case we need to burn it.
Okay.
So, yeah. So put him in the van. I will get in the van. Also, I'm not dropping Dreadgaze at all at this
Okay.
point in time, so he continues to stay curled up.
Yeah.
Once the van takes off, then we can do what we will.
Okay. So
So
everyone's piling into the van,
leaving the? Are we leaving
and
the drugs van?
there are 5 kilos of
No.
coke still sitting on the ground.
I'm gonna chuck the remains of my tattered sweatshirt over them, and
And collect them.
Yeah.
Okay.
so no one can
Okay.
see what they're.
Okay. And throw them in the van too.
Yeah. Is Arnold gonna follow behind us?
Is that what Sydney wants him to do?
Let's have Dean also get in the van so that no attention is brought to the car.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So Dean. So you're having Dean drive the van, apparently.
Yeah,
And you
let's
guys
do
are going to
that.
be in the back. Okay.
So we need to get a new car.
Well, we need a new second car. 'Cause
Yeah.
We need.
Dean's car is still clean. As
Right.
far as it might be part of the crime scene, but it's not actually.
Yeah.
like,
There's
under
another.
suspicion.
There's another half a dozen cars in the parking lot, so it's not
Yeah.
like it's the only one sticking out. Yeah. There's. It could be. These cars could belong to anyone, any of the residents here. So. It doesn't necessarily stick out, but everyone has seen the kerfuffle, and then everyone jumped into this van, so now the van definitely has kind of been burned a bit.
All right.
At least in a description level, it's been burned.
Mhm.
So Dean looks at you and goes, "Where to, sir?" After everyone piles in and you collect
Away.
everything. Yes, sir. And he just starts driving. He pulls out of the parking lot and very skillfully, though without going too fast or too slow, just reasonable speed, pulls out. Yes, it's exactly what the van looks like. Pulls out and and yes, free candy. Exactly. That's exactly what it says on the side of the van. So it does not look out of place at all. And the dark gray van. And he starts heading down the street. Again, you don't know if police have been called or what have you, but now, just for some, for my own edification, just to remind me, all you guys dumped the weapons and the bodies in the storage unit, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And there is no. Basically, what I'm asking you is there anything incriminating in your motel room at this point?
No.
There shouldn't be.
Not as far as
Because from what I recall, the crypt items you put in a rubber bin in the car. That's in the car. The bodies and the weapons are in the storage locker. The staked bodies, that is. And so there's no weapons. There's no drugs. There's really nothing of note you guys left in the room. Correct?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can't think of anything that you brought in actually, and the 2 girls are gone one way or the other. So yeah, so there's really no one in the room, and there's really nothing that incriminating in there. Okay, that's what I need to know. Okay, so Dean is just randomly driving down the street.
So
Can
All right.
you fucking believe this?
Team meeting.
Team.
yeah, that's fair.
What? Like, why? Like, listen.
'Cause he's a fucking
I'm-
idiot.
Yeah, that's the only thing that I'm landing on too, and I have other shit to deal with. Like,
You're
I'm-
the only one.
like I'm trying to talk to fucking Great Satan over here, which is like leader of the Sabbat or some shit for all I know, and I'm getting distracted by dipshit over here. And also, I want to make sure that the gun trade that we're trying to set up is legit, and we're not going to get fucked one way or the other. So I have things to do. What are we doing with this one because he's interrupting that?
Stake him.
Fuck if I know.
Oh, actually, can I use Auspex on him?
You can absolutely.
The aura sight thing, aura perception,
Yeah.
which I think I need to roll for.
Yes.
remember what I rolled.
What is it to see the colors again, Donovan?
I'm checking.
Perception. I don't.
Yeah, it's
remember.
It's perception and occult or something like that, or
I think it's perception, and it's the spooky version of awareness. Is that alertness or awareness? I don't know.
that's awareness.
roll another
Alertness is non-magical spooky stuff, and awareness is spooky stuff.
It would be spooky stuff.
So awareness and perception.
Or perception.
Target
is
6.
Perception and empathy, actually.
Oh,
is it? My bad.
Difficulty 8.
Yep.
Um,
Roll away.
So empathy and perception.
You're a Toreador. You should have some empathy, I would think.
Yeah, I do.
Way
I'm
to
not
empathize.
completely
Yeah.
hopeless as a Toreador. Just slightly. Just atypical, that's all.
Atypical. Exactly.
2 successes.
Okay.
Alright, so you can distinguish the main color and the shade.
Yes. Give me 1 second here. Let me pull this up. Let me pull this up. Here we go. You see the traditional colors. You expect to see him being kindred and blah blah blah, all that good stuff.
Yeah.
However, you see. Hang on. You see 2 other colors that very very interesting to you. One is green, a very bright green, which you know as someone who's obsessed with something, and that and around that green aura, just the green part is a bunch of sparkles, which you know is to be some sort of magic use, which you find pretty peculiar because he's not like Tremere or any other Giovanni or any other magic.
That means that there's an active magic effect on him at this moment.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's actively being affected by magic, and he's obsessed with something. That's all I can tell, but I don't know how. If it's because of the stupid staff, then we can just stake him and leave it for now. If it's someone trying to fuck with us, then it could be one of the rest of us next.
Well, did you see those rats? That wasn't normal.
No, that wasn't.
At this point, I don't give a fuck. My insides feel like I'm getting burned.
Yeah, that looks vicious. I'm sorry that happened to you. That's gonna take a while to heal. Like,
Yeah.
damn. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not pleased that this guy just fucked up one of our biggest, like, saviors in combat. Like, that's not okay. Like, goddamn.
Also,
So-
how quick he was to pop those claws.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. Like,
Over some fucking cocaine. We need
Yeah.
money. We have nothing.
yeah, I'm not used to living on this low of a income. Sorry.
Thing is,
I'm-
a fucking idiot was burning it in a goddamn dumpster next to our motel.
Yeah, that's real stupid.
Sydney, you feel the sheriff's phone vibrate again.
All right, I'll look at it.
It's another message, and it's just 3 question marks.
Yeah.
You never replied, correct?
Right, I
Okay.
didn't have a chance to because
Yeah.
Dingbat over here. All right, so it's up to you guys. I'm going to put this in your capable hands. Stake him, kill him, torpor him for God knows how long, box him up, and mortar him into a wall. Your call. But like, come up with a decision. I'm gonna try and keep the great Satan from killing us.
I say we stake him.
Sure, whatever. I don't fucking care. Just get that fucking freak out of the equation.
All right, so I'm gonna text back, King Evil over here,
Mm-hmm.
and be like, "Sorry, I was caught up in the middle of something. Idiots had to oversee some stupidity." What was his question again? I totally blanked on it.
The most recent
Situation update? Is that what you wanted?
Yes.
Everything seems fine. What was she there for? Fuck, I don't even remember.
It was a meeting.
Yeah, the sheriff
Right.
was having a meeting with the hounds that sided with her.
Okay. Met with the hounds. They're on board. I've pulled in some other helpers also, and I name Anna, and then Jackson and myself as allies to the cause. I'm sure other neonates and newcomers to the Camarilla will, see the shift in, the power structure, and others will want to join our cause. How should we proceed? Do we treat them as second-class citizens, lessers, equals, what?
Okay. So while you're having that text exchange, Anna and Mr. Jackson, what do you guys? So
I mean, Mr. Jackson has the stick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In what
so-
state am I right now?
Oh, you're still curled up.
Yeah. So like, see, how do we handle a player being staked? And like this.
Well,
type of
considering
situation?
he's just frozen in fear, if you just want to stake him, you can pretty
It's a
much
coup d'état.
Yeah,
you can
pretty much just stake him, which essentially just paralyzes him. I mean, it doesn't.
Yeah,
there's no damage.
It doesn't kill him. It does 1 point of lethal to shove it into his body, but beyond that, he's fine.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll fucking stake him.
Okay. Okay. So you bend down. It definitely hurts. Your side is definitely hurting. And you just you plummet the stake in his solar plexus. And he just
stupid bastard.
And he and his body goes limp.
Yeah. So essentially, unless somebody has one of Anna's abilities where they can read his aura, he looks like a true corpse.
Yes.
But yeah, if you pull that stake out, he'll wake back up.
Yes.
So don't.
Yes, because because Sydney's effect is now no longer applicable.
It's no longer
because because the staking it broke that effect.
Because
Virgil
is not here with us anymore.
He decided to play fucking Harry Potter with a magical object dug from under.
I told him, don't fucking touch it. What should I do? Don't touch it.
By the way, what? Just for everyone's just so everyone's notification. Emma has, she's been observing all this. She hasn't really participated, but she is with you in the van.
She was there the whole time?
Oh yeah,
what?
yeah.
She didn't do shit when she's been here?
No. She's just like this. She's
I
like this.
She fucked off somewhere.
She just feels no. She's been here all this time. She just didn't feel like this. She apparently felt this was an internal thing, and she wasn't going to get involved.
This is the other human?
No. This is the Tremere.
No, it was Tremere.
Oh my god! What?
Yeah.
Yeah. She was standing back with Dean Arnold.
Hey, you.
So we're not fucking trusting her.
Magic girl. What magic do you have?
She goes, "Are you familiar with?"
No. Like, can you do something about him? Like, he's under the effects of magic powers. Can you make those go away?
He goes, "Unfortunately, I am not that skilled."
Do you know someone who is?
At the coterie, I mean, at the chantry, if we
At
want
the
to risk,
chantry.
if you want to risk
Can-
going there, yes.
Are you in the same situation? She's in the same situation
You're right,
as us,
correct.
where it's just
You saw her at the becoming ceremony.
fucking bullshit. God damn it. Why couldn't we get a Tremere that knows how to, like, disenchant?
That'd be nice.
Yeah, it would have been nice. Like,
She says she knows. She says, "Well, I certainly know people who can, assuming
cool.
we
You know
want
people
to."
that will want to kill us.
She says, "Well, what happened in my particular situation is I fished myself out of Boston Harbor when everything happened. I went back to the chantry, just to wait out and get word of what to do.
And they told you to leave.
And the next night, I'm told that I am being implicated in the attack somehow, and my chantry members said they would look the other way just to get what I could and to get out before less friendly people come to the chantry looking for me. So I guess if I really needed to, I could reach out to some of my fellow chantry people, and perhaps a couple of them might look the other way and give us some assistance. If you again, as I said, if that's you got to weigh the risks on that. I have not talked to them since that night, so I don't know if they still if they still believe that still believe me that I was involved, or if their opinion of me has changed.
Thank you.
And by the way, when you guys piled in the van? Well, this is more Sydney question. What did you tell Terrace? Because remember, Terrence was at the motel. Inside, he was inside.
Right. Then.
Well, did you leave him there, or did you?
Yeah.
Okay.
We left him there.
Okay. So he's still at the motel. Okay. That's what I need to know.
If he has any questions, he knows to call.
Okay.
All right. Well, he's staked. Group decision. I mean, do you want? Okay, this sort of pushes the question. Do you want me to contact the Ventru, disseminate this information that was given to you given to me by the former sheriff / Sabat trader, and try to exonerate ourselves? Because then the Ventru could potentially disseminate all this information to the other Cam loyal individuals, and then we could get back in the good graces of our clans.
Yeah, we kind of need to at this point. Virgil losing his mind, I might have said no, but now.
Right. We don't have a way of reliably contacting the Tremere without exposing ourselves to another, kill box situation.
Yeah, we kind of have to.
If you believe that they'll take our word for it, just go ahead and do it.
I don't believe that they will, but I think there's a chance that they will. I think, a chance is better than nothing. And
seems like the best option.
Yeah, and at every moment that we've always tried to convince these people that we're still loyal to the Cam, they have no. I mean, they've been operating under the idea that we're traitors, but we keep saying we're not, and we keep offering them little tidbits of like, here's proof we're not, but I figure if I give them the same information dump, then maybe it'll change hearts and minds.
We also have right before this whole kerfuffle, right as it started to happen, I checked my email and noticed that the hard drive for one of the hounds has also been decrypted. If we want to add that to our info.
Yeah, you want to go pick that up first?
Maybe I am hungry enough to cause problems if I go places with lots of people right now.
Yeah, speaking of, I have 2 blood bags on me. So I'll hand one over to Anna
I
since
drink
he
it.
says that, and I'll drink the other one.
Okay, add 1 point of blood to each of you.
I'm still hungry, but I am slightly better.
All right. Well, maybe we should hunt.
We need to do that, I think.
Yeah.
And you just hear like Jackson whisper, like, "This is what I get for throwing my fucking lot in with the knot. Should have stayed independent."
Yeah, man.
Maybe you should have.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, maybe. just-
Fucking politics.
That's what's gonna kill you, man.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so we're going to go.
Politics is always the most dangerous game.
Yes.
Oh,
So we're going to you're going to tell Dean Arnold to take a swing by the clubs. To
Yeah,
go-
swing us by the clubs. I will keep an eye on Jackson and Anna while they feed. I'm not hungry, so I'm just gonna dominate the nearest mortal and be like, "Hey, you
we're
look
good- we're-
tasty."
We're good friends. Let's go over here to this alley.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Everyone make a manipulation and either streetwise or subterfuge, whichever is higher.
Oh, nice. Do you want me to make
Target
this roll
6. Yes, everyone. Target. Well, yeah, I mean, I'm going to consider it automatic. For every and for every well, yeah, you go ahead. Okay.
Because I have the minuses for my health
Um,
level. What's that
Oh.
for? That's removing die.
But you still have your mass of 1,000 faces, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. This is not a physical thing. This is social, and you don't consider those penalties would apply to this. So this would be a standard roll for you.
Okay.
Physically, you're going to be taking anything physical, but this is social. This is social manipulation and carousing and what have you. All right. So for every 2 successes, you gain 2 points of blood.
Sweet. Back up to 10.
Sorry, how much?
For every 2 successes, you found 1 mortal and took 2 points of blood from them. I'm assuming no one's injuring people, so I'm assuming just 2 points per person. If you are going to take more, then let me know. But that might run into a whole nother situation. But if we're just taking enough to let them go on their merry way without any incidents, then it would be 2 points for every 2 successes.
Yeah, just enough.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. And but with you, it's a little different for you, Sydney. In this same amount of time, because you're you're not just carousing or seducing, you're just using your power just to speed up the process. I will just.
I don't need it.
Okay.
I'm at 10 already.
Okay.
With 4 successes, I got
Oh
it.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Appreciate it, though.
No problem. So that's okay. So that took an hour. It is now midnight.
Let's go pick up your information.
Yeah, I send an email ahead that I'm going to be sending someone in to pick up the information.
Okay. He says I will let the front desk guard, the third shift guard, know you're coming, and to let you into my office. It's on my desk, the hard drive.
Thank you. Just let me know what favor you would like in return.
He says we can discuss it at a later date. I'll let you know. So by about 12:20, you pull up into the one of the Boston University buildings. And as he said, he gave your name to the front desk security guard. He goes, "Oh yes, I've been expecting you." He tells Anna.
I sent Mr. Jackson with Mask of Thousand Face in as my representative if he
Oh,
is
okay.
with that.
Yeah.
Because we're still like
Yeah,
in
sure.
Yeah.
weird territory.
He drops your name, and the guard. He says, "I'm here on behalf of Anna," and says everything that he needs to say. The guard acclimates to that. He's fine. He walks you to the office. He unlocks the door for you. He stands there. He doesn't just let you rummage through, but he stands there, but opens the door for you. And it's a fairly small office, and in the middle is a desk, and sitting on the desk is a laptop hard drive.
Okay, I'll walk towards it. Do I notice anybody in the room? Like, where's the
Nope.
guy?
He's not there.
He's home, probably. It's
Yeah.
like midnight.
Late.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
all right, well, do I see my box?
Why would your box be here?
He has the hard drive.
Was the
This
hard
is
drive?
where we dropped off. The hard drive was
Oh,
inside the
yeah.
box.
Yeah. The box is right next to the hard drive.
All right, so I'll pack everything up into how it was, and
Okay.
I go
And-
investigate his computer.
Oh no! Please don't.
Go investigate his computer.
Yeah.
The security guard standing there is like, excuse me.
Why can we not do anything without getting cute?
That
Like-
would be great.
He says, excuse me, I don't think you're allowed to get on that.
You
Yeah.
get a
No.
text,
Of
by the
course. I
way.
was.
Come right back.
You get a text from me being like, "You better not fucking burn my contact," in all caps.
So. Oh no. Of course not. No. I was just looking for my USB. Also. This was delivered alongside the hard drive.
He goes, I'm sorry, I know nothing about that. The message we got was just you're here to pick up a hard drive.
I see. That's unfortunate. All right, and I guess I gotta fuck off. I
Okay.
guess I can't really do anything there.
Okay.
Thank you for fucking off.
Yeah.
Not ruining
So-
my
I'm already-
reputation.
Yeah, I'm already injured. I don't want to do anything feisty.
Just our fucking luck.
Don't
the
wanna
cop will,
do
like,
anything
whip out a
feisty.
gun or something, like tase you, and that'll be it. And he ashes in front of him, and then we gotta fucking clean up a masquerade breach.
Yeah. Because that's exactly what you guys need on your plate right now, a masquerade
Yeah.
breach. That's exactly what you need.
Fucking-
So he gets back to the van and he pops in, and Mr. Jackson has a laptop hard drive in his hand.
Try to get a little more information, but there's someone real stickler for rules up in there.
Oh, good. This is
Um,
a friend. This is
so-
a contact. Do not.
I didn't do anything.
Uh,
I try.
Dean Arnold looks over his shoulder and goes, "Where to now, sir?"
Well, I guess. Well, can I access the information that's on this laptop hard drive?
It's just a hard drive. You're going to need some sort of computer to plug it in.
Right.
What was on? Was it? It was.
It
did
was-
we just take the hard drive, or did we take the full laptop?
It was.
We took the hard
You
drive.
just took the hard
Okay.
drive.
Yeah.
So
All
we're gonna
right,
plug it
so-
into-
Yeah, we gotta plug it into a desktop. Like, get the stuff off of it.
Before we scoot on out, I bring up the point about my arms deal. That's not an arms deal anymore. So I'm hearing a lot of yes and no about these gun deals. What is
Speaking
happening?
of, while you're driving away, Sydney, your phone rings. You recognize the number as you reached out to vet Mr. Black, and you recognize as that's one of your resources that you reached out to vet.
Call me back. All right, then I will answer the phone.
To to just expedite the conversation, he said they said, yeah, they were able to, with the information you gave, they were able to trace, really who he is. He's a small to low mid range gun, predominantly gun dealer fixer. Pretty good, decent reputation on the street. Normally doesn't screw clients over. Reasonable reputation, reasonably trustworthy. Considering what he does for a living. There no big red flags came up.
No big red flags from it.
Yes.
All right. Then I'll pass that on to Jackson.
Yeah.
Your guy seems like he's legit.
He's never fucked us over before.
Hey,
So
can't be too careful.
Yeah, definitely.
We're in an ever-changing political landscape right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, what are we doing with these fucking guns? I'm
I guess
hearing
just
to
dump
keep
them.
some. I'm hearing to sell them.
I say sell them.
Yeah, we could keep a few.
Yeah, keep what you need. I mean, I don't need any.
Well,
I can't fucking shoot for shit.
little Miss Hotshot over here, I think, would like to learn how to shoot.
She can't have shit.
Wait. Let's not do any
Little
on-the-job
Miss Hot
training
Shit.
right now, okay?
Yeah, she can't have shit. Little Miss
as
Hot
this
Shot over there.
as this van is going by the heavily dense, populated Boston University, people hear gunshots coming from inside this van as it's going down the main drag.
No.
That's hilarious.
My argument is that let's not fucking give her a gun in a combat situation
Oh yeah.
when she doesn't know how to use it.
She
I don't
has
wanna
one.
get shot.
Can you convince her to give it back?
Yeah.
Well,
She has a little pistol that she very thankfully did not shoot us with.
yeah.
By
Yeah.
the skin of her teeth.
Yes.
Hey, this is Emma that I'm talking
Yeah,
to,
Emma.
right?
Yeah, the Tremere.
Okay.
Yes.
Emma, can I have that pistol back? I really just don't trust you with it. No offense. You just don't know what you're doing.
She goes, she kind of gets a bit of a sad face and says, but
Listen, I'm not carrying a gun
I did actually end up shooting one of those guys who jumped out of the van.
And we appreciate that, but no.
She goes, well, I actually don't really have any training in this, so it's probably for the best. And she
neither do I.
she takes it out of her belt and hands it to you.
Yeah, that's what I've always found. It's always important to know what your limitations are and outsource those things.
Yeah.
So, yeah, good call.
Yep. I can show you how once we have the time.
Yeah.
How about that?
And she shrugs, like, okay.
Yeah, exactly. I might even take Anna's course in gun safety, but I don't know what the hell I'm doing, so I'm not going to pick one up until I'm out of a situation where it might mean the difference between me shooting one of my compatriots.
Yeah. Appreciated.
Yes.
Yeah, so Little Miss Hot Shot over there isn't getting any of the heavy shit.
So she, by the way,
just
Emma
don't know.
looks at the group that's conscious and says, so am I reaching out to who I believe is still on, I'm still in their good graces and from the Chantry about your Virgil situation, or no?
How about you pause that
Yeah,
until
wait.
we can get this sorted, and then you do that, because
She goes,
we're
"That's fine."
looking at getting our names cleared right now.
Word.
That's fine. All right. So what's the next on the agenda then?
Real
plug in
quick.
more hard drives?
So, what's the inventory that we actually have gun wise, and
You have
what would you guys
3
actually
dozen.
want to
You have
keep?
3 dozen mixed submachine guns and shotguns.
Yeah.
A mix of submachine guns and shotguns, about 3 dozen of them.
Okay, so about how much would you want to keep?
Maybe 2 of each for when people finally learn how to use weapons.
All right. So that's still a whole bunch of stuff. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll shoot a. Well, I'll call What was his name again?
Mr.
What was his
Black?
first name? Something Black? Yeah, Mr. Black, I'll call him.
Okay. He after about 2 rings, he picks up. He goes, "Hello."
Yeah, you still free to do that deal?
He goes, "Yeah. I got to see the product first, obviously, and then once I see what I got to deal with, I'll make some calls, reach out, and within a couple days, if all goes well, we'll have a transaction."
I'll shoot you a place in an hour.
All right. I always have my phone on me, you know that. And he hangs up.
Yep. Okay. Oh, that's all I need.
Good job.
Yep.
Jackson, you are a resourceful person.
Oh, I do try.
And I'm sorry, but with Virgil, down for the count, this is like the A team right here. People that don't fucking touch random things.
Yeah.
poor
If only
Virgil. Poor Virgil.
if only Virgil turned those fucking claws against our enemies.
Yeah, right?
Oh,
Like, go ahead.
I was gonna say we could wake up the potential Diablerist, and you could question him with dominate.
What am
We
I
could
questioning
restrain him.
about?
Why the fuck he jumped the sheriff's meeting?
That's fair. Good.
So
Good.
we can track down that lead too while we're at it. He's
Yeah.
right here in the van.
Yeah.
Yeah, the 2 bodies that you beat into Torpor. They also staked them after they got away. By the way, they were also staked as well. So they, just to make sure they weren't going to wake up, they elected to stake them when they got away from the scene. So so there's 2 staked bodies. There's 2. So besides Virgil, there's one of the sheriff's men staked, and one of the people who jumped out of the van to attack the meeting staked.
Does blood still drain once per night if you're in torpor?
Yes, actually.
Oh, it does?
I'm pretty sure that if
Oof.
it changes from version to version, so we should check that out because in some versions, yes, it still drains 1 per night. And then when you wake up, you're starving and you basically pounce on the first fucking
thing you see.
So we need to find a not very nice person to just stick there.
You can always feed him also, like drain blood into his mouth and count.
Yeah.
So we need some blood packs before we wake him up.
Yeah.
Or someone who we hypnotize into. Torpor.
Yeah, I'm out of blood bags. Only had those 2.
We could, I don't know, hospital. T. Torpor. Page 283.
Yep.
So around what time is it right now?
It's
Still
it's
12?
about 12:30 in the morning right now.
Okay.
Torpor.
So we don't have that much time. I mean, we got about like 4 or 5 hours.
It's just talking about. Yeah, it just says torpor versus like entering it from wounds versus
Yeah.
voluntarily. It doesn't actually talk about it.
Probably not based on that.
Yeah, your call, Peter.
I will. You know what? I'll say the body goes into a suspended animation, so we'll say it doesn't burn blood.
Okay.
Keep it simple, just to keep things simple.
Yeah, that totally
Yeah, because that would be a lot of blood we would have to.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you're in torpor, you can spend the blood to try to wake up.
Well, he's staked.
Yeah, if he was just torpor, right. And that's why you guys staked the other guys, so they couldn't try to wake up after a while.
Yeah.
Right. So yeah. Where you guys headed off to now?
So here's what it says in this version. to stake a vampire, blah blah blah. If the attack succeeds and inflicts at least 1 to 3, at least 3 health levels of damage, target is immobilized, and they're not in torpor technically; they're just paralyzed.
Right.
An immobilized victim is conscious.
Oh, so they
Yes.
do spend blood.
May use
Oh.
perception powers such as those of Auspex discipline, but may not move or spend blood point.
So, Joker's just been hearing us talk all this shit about him the entire time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Basically.
And me, who's been sick before because my, mentor is a dick. Well, my sire.
Yeah.
I would probably know that, right?
Yes, you would. Yes, you would.
Yeah.
I would also probably know that.
Yeah. If you've ever been staked,
You know how it works.
on a lark, you know how this works. So, hear that, Joker? Sorry, Virgil, you're a dick.
Poor
You're an untrustworthy
Virgil.
dick.
Poor Virgil.
We're trying to make sure that it's not Magic's fault that you're doing this. If we find out that it's not the Magic's fault, by the
You're
way,
dead.
you're dead.
Oh yeah.
If we can explain this away, we're assuming innocence. Okay, this is for your benefit. We're assuming innocence. So
We're going through all this bullshit for your sake.
that's right. And if it turns out that we went through all this bullshit for no reason, you are DED dead.
Yes.
Yes, I know how to spell dead. I'm just
Poor Virgil.
Ugh.
How one decision totally changed.
fucking stupid
Everything.
decision. Dumb. I'm pacing in my office right now, just stupid.
I was pacing the entire time that was happening.
I have like a little like standalone like treadmill thing that I like use the whole time. It keeps me active. Wireless headsets are the best.
I honestly thought that Virgil was gonna fucking kill me. I was thinking of another character.
Yeah, I thought that too. I thought I was gonna die. I was like, we're all gonna die.
Yeah,
I'm really glad that neither of you did.
Yeah, that would have been difficult, to say the least.
Because actually, the way that this is set up with other neonates being accused of the same thing, that's actually a perfect way to just introduce yourself, but as a different character.
Yeah,
I guess.
I mean, yeah, that'd basically be the way I would have had to. I was
Be
already
Emma.
thinking about that.
All right, so let's get to a computer.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Download all this information so I can dump it.
Who has
Yep.
a computer?
I've got
Has one?
computer skills.
I
Yes,
have
but who
computers.
actually has a
I-
physical computer?
I don't have one on me, and I almost
No.
certainly own
Internet
one.
cafe?
Oh, everyone has.
Internet
Oh,
cafe.
everyone has. I mean, yeah, you all out. Well, aside from Virgil, who lived out in the woods, who has no haven or domain.
All night coffee shop?
Yeah, well, there's plenty of those around. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're gonna find
Fucking-
Cafe.
one of
Yeah.
the few internet cafe left. There's still a few
Yeah,
around.
Sure. Internet cafes, coffee shops,
Yeah.
any place where, beatniks would,
Yeah.
gather to like write their screenplays.
I mean, the ones that you know of is there's some internet cafe coffee houses. Also, hotels have little business centers.
Yeah,
you know?
good point. Business centers and
Um,
hotels.
So where do you tell Mr. Dean Arnold there to?
All right, Mr. Arnold, take us to the nearest not divey coffee house so that I can talk to someone who is working on a laptop.
Yes, sir.
We
He
need
said.
a
He said at this time
Oh,
there
sorry,
are.
a desktop. So I guess that would be an internet cafe or a hotel with a business center.
Yeah.
You could stop at an electronics shop, get an enclosure.
Well,
and
they're
just
closed.
Plug it in from
Do you have
All of them?
Do you have larceny or streetwise?
Do you know any all-night electronic shops?
Yeah,
Really?
I do. Yeah, fries.
Huh.
Huh.
Yeah. Unfortunately, if we're going to use
Yeah.
the real life Boston as a template, there are no fries up here.
Yeah, I know nothing about Boston. So.
Yeah. No, it's a good suggestion, but since
I mean, like
So
There's
you
no
know, I'm
fries.
I live in Michigan, so silly ass things like electronic stores that are open all night just don't exist.
Yeah. So he brings you to a as just as you anticipated, Sydney. This this cafe definitely looks like you see two type of people basically in that working on their laptops. And there's this internet cafe slash coffee house. There's some desktops in the back on the back wall that you can rent, and there's a lot of people on their laptops using the Wi-Fi. And the two types of people that definitely you can pretty much identify straight out are either students or the clearly students, and then the I'm writing the next great American novel types.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, I'm gonna find
Because
then
they're going to hit it big. They're quite confident they're writing the next great American novel.
you guys could still use some blood, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go find some of the college age kids.
Yep.
Make my
There's about a half a dozen of them college kids in here.
Okay. Well, then I will go over and I will speak to them one at a time. I will dominate them to go and get into the candy van.
The candy.
That's the
man.
new name. The new name. I love it. The
So-
candy van.
Accurate.
Okay. So you're just gonna walk up to him, and how are you gonna do this?
So I will sit down. By the way, I'm fairly attractive now, and
Yes. Just sit down next to him.
be like, "Good evening. I don't mean to interrupt you, but I was interested in what you were doing." And as soon as I can strike up a conversation, because people that are writing stories generally like to talk about what they're working on,
Of course.
because sometimes that helps inspire new ideas.
Right.
So as soon as they strike up a conversation with me, that is all it takes for me.
And they're looking
to,
at you, making eye
Yeah,
contact.
exactly. That's
Yep.
all it takes for me to start condition,
Yep.
and I can make them pretty much do whatever at that point in time.
So you
As long as it's not
once you make eye
obviously-
contact, right?
Yeah,
So
as
once
long
you
as
make
it's not obviously like you're gonna fucking die,
right,
then it's fine. And
Right.
they're not, right?
no,
Right?
no.
Oh, they're fine.
Yeah. So you're just going to just casually, it probably work. If you take your laptop, you probably work a lot better in that van across the street over there, kind of thing. Is that
Yeah.
what you're doing? Yeah.
Mobile hotspot.
Yeah. So the let's see, this is a guy or a girl? This is a girl. She kind of her eyes kind of light up, and that seems like a really good idea. to get
Doesn't it though?
So she closes her laptop, she pulls her charger out of the wall, and she walks toward the van. She heads out, and starts walking toward the van.
Great. I will rinse and repeat for one other person so that they can both have one more person gain a couple of blood off of for
Okay.
themselves that way,
Yeah,
and then I will head to the back by the desktops.
The next closest person is looks like some frat guy, and he seems to kind of be struggling writing a paper.
Dill hole. All right. Well, then I'll sit next to him and be like, "Hey, man, it looks like you're working on some pretty difficult school materials. I actually sell term papers for a living. That's what I do. So if you're interested..."
His eyes light up, and he makes eye contact with you.
Dumbass. Anyway, so and then from there, it's like as soon as he's looking at me and I'm talking to him about the types of term papers that I sell, blah, 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 all lies, of course, dominate. Get
Yep.
your ass in the van.
He thinks this is a great idea. He takes his laptop, closes it, and starts walking toward the exit toward the van.
All right, there you go.
I'm about
Snacks
to
for the
ruin this whole man's semester.
he's gonna think that he got mono from some chick that he slept with that last rager.
Yeah, exactly. So there's granted, there's not too many PCs here. There are 4 on the back wall. That's it for desktops.
Cool.
And only one's being used.
Great. Well, I'll sit farthest from that person. I will.
Okay.
I will ask the whatever worker is in
Yep.
here for use of the computer.
Okay. She goes. Absolutely. It's $20 an hour.
Here you go, $20.
Okay. Mark
There's
that
no
off.
reason to dominate yet another person. That seems excessive.
Yeah.
So
So mark $20 off your big stash of cash,
Yeah.
and she gives you a temporary username password.
great. And then I will hook up the laptop, in from the hard drive, and then I will put it on the PC. I will have the PC send it to my phone, or rather the sheriff's phone, and then I will information dump all of that shit off the sheriff's phone to the Ventru Primogen, and just gift wrap it with the title of "Look, we're still not traitors." Signed,
Sydney and Company.
Sydney, Anna, Mr. Jackson. No, I'm not.
Oh, poor Virgil.
Listen,
All right. You have at least one dot in computer.
I have 2.
Okay, that's fine. I won't bother with a roll then. You can. That's pretty typical for you to do that. Okay.
Yeah.
So you're
Wall
working
Street.
on that. In the van, 2 college age, a man and a boy, a man and a girl. Both looks like they're around between 20, 22. They come up. They knock on the side of the van.
I answer. Be like, what?
They're like, the girl doesn't really say anything. She just kind of ignores everything else that's going on, the bodies and everything, and she just kind of walks in, sits down, opens her laptop, starts working again. And the guy, he says, he's like, yeah, he looks around, trying to make sure the people walking by the sidewalk don't hear. He's like, I'm here to buy a paper.
Come in.
And
Anna's just so fucking over this.
Yeah.
Goddamn, stupid hypnotized people.
he walks into the van and closes the door behind him.
All right, I drink from the less stupid one.
The girl?
The girl.
Yeah.
All right.
All right,
So
I'll-
2 points.
I'll drink from the idiot.
2
Yeah,
points.
Jackson, you get a little bit of a buzz.
Yep. Probably.
Yeah. So then I'm gonna hop out and go into the cafe.
Okay.
So after we drink from them, they're like in a state of bliss
Yep.
Yes.
and everything, right?
Correct.
Yep.
I'm stealing both of their laptops.
Okay.
Well, the guy didn't bring a laptop.
Yeah, he brought his laptop.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he
They
was
both
working
have
on his
laptops.
term paper.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I said that I'm gonna ruin his entire semester.
Okay.
Yes, you are.
Okay.
What did these people do to you? I literally serve them up to you as hors d'oeuvres, and you're just like, no, I'm gonna fucking ruin his life. Fuck him.
Fuck
He's
him.
done with college. Time to work a fucking 9 to 5.
Look. It's money.
Oh my
Is it?
God. Is it?
Yeah, it's money.
Oh my god. See, this is why good people should use dominate and bad people should not.
Yeah.
Because Jackson is a bad person. He's like,
I
I'm
wouldn't
going to
say-
take advantage of this situation and really fuck up his day, when I was just trying to use it for the group's net benefit.
Wait,
He
am I
wasn't going to be
there?
worse for
Do
it.
you wait
Yes,
till
you're
I'm on
there.
before you do that? No, before Jackson takes the laptops.
Sorry, what?
Am I still in the van when you go to take the laptops?
You can be, sure.
No, because I'm leaving. Do you wait
Yeah.
for me to go?
Did you wait
Oh
till
no,
she got?
I mean, by the time I'm done drinking from the dude, I'll just take both of their damn laptops. So if you're
Okay.
still there while I'm drinking from them, then
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna ask you to please cut that shit out. That's a
what?
waste of our goddamn time. We really, really don't need to be Affected for petty crimes on
Thank
top
you.
of the rest of the bullshit.
Fucking.
It's not fucking petty, okay? We're in dire straits. We have
It's
no fucking
fucking
money.
petty.
It's
Like,
Look at this.
God damn.
Look, okay, we don't even know what laptops is, and let me roll to notice what kind of laptop it is, because you know what? They might have Alienwares. That's like $2,000 each. Okay,
Yeah, but they're
No.
overpriced. Like, you can build your own
That's
fucking
true.
Okay,
kit
how
for
about this?
way
I'm gonna
goddamn
take the
less.
girl. I'm
Yeah.
gonna stand the girl up while she's in a state of bliss. I'm gonna
Yeah.
hand her laptop and I'm gonna shove her out of
Get
the
the
fucking
fuck out.
van.
Okay. She kind of stumbles away with her laptop, the
And I'm
cord
gonna
dragging
do the same to the
behind
guy.
her. Okay.
Look,
He's
it
mumbling.
Would benefit us. It would benefit us to have a laptop. What are you doing?
Drac, this is turning into the vampire dad and mom show. Like, we're like, no children. I will turn this fucking car around. I will hit you with my ring hand.
Oh my god.
Like, Jesus Christ. This is
A little bit.
sad.
Look, all right,
like-
fine.
So he stumbles away, going the opposite direction. The girl went down the sidewalk with his laptop, and he's still kind of half out of it, and the power cord dragging down on the sidewalk as he's kind of somewhat stumbles away. But
Just hear Jackson suck his teeth.
they're both kind of going down the sidewalk, mingling in with the rest of the crowd on the street.
All right. I head
You
into
just
the
hear
cafe.
Jackson suck his teeth, and you don't even know what I was gonna do with it.
I don't.
So
'Cause,
back
yeah.
inside. Sydney, are you checking out any of this data, or are you just like, fuck it, I don't care, I'm just sending it all?
Sure, I'll check it out before I just send it randomly.
Okay, so what? This was, if I recall correctly, this was Terrace's hard
Yeah.
drive, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is there anything like you're specifically looking for on the phone or Terrace's hard drive, or?
I'll just cross-reference what the sheriff, the information on the sheriff's phone versus the information on the hard drive, and be like, is there any
Correlation.
non sequiturs here? Correlation? Do they back each other's statements up? Is there anything new on one that's not on the other?
Okay. Well, I'll just to speed things up, I'll just give you the basic rundown as a whole, what everything contains. The there is definitively someone the sheriff was answering to, and you're quite sure that's the person that was texting you. Again, even though there are text messages and there are some emails going by, names were never used. They were very, very cautious about that. However, the emails that you believe were to whoever the sheriff was reporting to, same kind of elegance in the communication. Perfect punctuation, some very eloquent vocabulary, extensive vocabulary, a little sometimes using some synonyms that are overly complex that they don't need to use. Instead of saying, for example, many or a lot, they use the word plethora, for example, so on and so forth. It's you're quite confident that this is the same person in the texts and the emails. You pretty much established that from what you're able to piece together, that whoever the sheriff was reporting to, well, the sheriff was looking to become the war bishop. Whoever they were reporting to apparently had cut a deal with the Bishop of Worcester and was going to actually become the overall Bishop of Boston.
The Archbishop.
Archbishop, rather, of Boston. You're able to deduce that what you're able to deduce between both sides of the conversation, both sets of data, is that the Sabbat, however, you're able to definitely correlate and confirm they did not plant the evidence at the attack of the Becoming site to incriminate you. They seem as very as confused as you are as to who did that. But they definitely were like, well, we can definitely take advantage of this.
Sure.
And so they were like, yes, they did not do anything to dissuade the Camarilla that you weren't working for them,
Right.
even though you weren't really.
Right.
But the Camarilla's like, yeah, we found evidence, and now the Sabbats seem to be backing that up, so it must be true. And that's basically, and whoever the person, the bishop, the top of this conspiracy pyramid, whoever the bishop was reporting to, the sheriff rather was reporting to, definitely seems to have an inside track of what is going on with the remainder Camarilla court. More than you get the impression it's more than they have a spy or someone else. They seem to have some direct knowledge of what the hell's going on, and they're definitely using that and using that information, that direct information, to move their goals forward. Is there any other questions or anything you're looking for specifically beyond that?
No, I'll put it to the group. Text all this information. I'll just call him on the phone. I relay all that information. You guys want anything else besides? Yeah. Go ahead.
If we can figure out any location data or whatever, if we can triangulate the phone from the sheriff's phone from that contact number.
That's a good idea. Is there any way that I can do that?
If you have any kind of contacts that can do that, potentially.
Well, I have hacker influences.
That would probably be a good. Yeah, you could definitely pass that number to them and see what they can do with it.
If anyone has police,
that'd be more direct. Yeah, that would be more direct.
You do?
No, I have professor and security, but not
police.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I will send that information over to my hacker influences, and hopefully they can do something with it. And then
is that just a normal contact, or is that how
it's an influence?
Just an influence. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there any other information you're trying to sifting through this? You're looking for specifically?
I can't think of anything else, but I've been drinking since we started, and I haven't eaten anything today, so.
Oh, jeez.
Hey,
Sydney's
I'm still not making stupid ass decisions, though. Let's see what the fuck we can do here.
Yeah. Do I get a willpower from that, since that's a lead that we've been following up on and stuff?
Yes.
Yes.
Woo!
Restored willpower.
I'm at 2.
Let's see. I'm trying to think of.
Have I gotten a willpower back from? Well,
you do every night.
Right, you get one back every night. You lose 1 blood, but you gain 1 willpower every night.
Well, as far as I know, it's still the same night as the combat, right?
Yep.
Yeah. And the session before
were
that,
were you here at the session that you woke up the new night?
Yeah.
Okay, so you got your willpower for that. Okay.
Yeah, but that didn't matter. I was at max. I hardly ever use willpower, and I used 3 the last time I was here, which was a shit ton. So.
Yeah, so that's the same.
Does my conniver nature get satisfied by manipulating all these people to?
Oh yeah, you just manipulate. Yeah. I would considering what you just did to feed, and then on top of the what you did at this coffee house. I would say so. I'd say that's worth 1 point.
Fantastic. All right. Well, at least I'm not at 1.
Okay. I'm trying to think. Let me just think here. Look at my notes. See if there's any other information that either one of these people would have that you would see.
Can I assist him in finding things?
I'm sorry?
Just, can I just help him find things? I don't know if that matters or not, but I'll just peer over his shoulder or whatever.
Okay. There is 2. There's a little bit of extra side information, not directly to your to your situation, but there's some side information that they talk about going back and forth. And also as a side note, that the sheriff and the three hounds, that was the extent of that little part of the conspiracy. Apparently, there was no one on the lower end. There were, besides the three hounds, there was no one else on the lower end apparently involved in this little coup d'état, shall we say, or attempted coup d'état. There is information about, again, in 4 nights there is going to be a tractor trailer coming in from Worcester, apparently with a couple dozen shovel heads and boxes to do this assault on the remaining Primogen and Camarilla. And you do have a time and a place where this trailer is coming in 4 nights.
Yeah, great.
Yes. There is also there's a mention of some interesting things that people or kindred in the city that they feel they should reach out to perhaps persuade them to align with the Sabbat. There are 3 people specifically mentioned. There is a person called Julius, and they are saying that Julius lives in the bowels of Boston Public Library.
Oh yeah, that guy.
They,
right?
yes, that's the one. There is a Kathleen Swan at a burlesque that works the graveyard shift at a late night burlesque burlesque entertainment club in the theater district in downtown Boston. They don't, and they say that they believe Kathleen Swan is from a daughters of, I can never say that word.
Cacophony?
Thank you. Yes, however you pronounce that, that's what they believe that is her bloodline, and they say that she would be very influential if she can be persuaded. And the last person, they feel that they know they won't align with them, but just to this, there was some communication among all these conspirators that they should be just talked to, and just to make sure they're not going to get involved in this little coup d'état. Is Stella Giovanni in Salem, Massachusetts, and they feel they should reach out. They wanted to reach out to Stella Giovanni to just make sure that she, there was to make sure that she's got, as most Giovanni, they stay neutral in these kind of affairs, and they just want to, they when things were being set in motion and the final push was being made, there was plans to have open a dialogue with her just to make sure that she stays on her side of the fence and they'll stay on theirs.
Was there anything more about Julius in there?
No, his clan, they just know he lives there, and that he has a treasure trove of arcane information, and he definitely would be useful to get him on their side. And the conversation is, if he doesn't, then we'll just go in with a party, flush him out, and ash him. And so that's basically so as a whole, that's all the information in its totality that these 2 blocks of data have.
Okay. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna be sending pretty much all this information on to the Ventru Primogen and be like, here, this is from us, because we have been actively working to stop the Sabbat. I encourage you to vet any and all of this information. We've already double verified at this point in time because this information is coming from 2 separate sources. So enjoy. We're not fucking traitors. Unfreeze my fucking accounts. I really don't appreciate the way that I've been treated, and this will come up again.
Wow, he's strong words to the Primogen. Strong words.
Bitch was wrong.
He's no ballings or.
Okay. And that is there so is it after you do that with the information, is there anything else you guys are going to do
Yeah.
at
well,
this location?
Oh no.
Not at this location.
It's
Maybe,
starting to
like
get
the
a little late into the thing.
Yeah, it's
So
At
if
this
we
point,
could,
it's probably 1:30 in the morning at this point. Almost 2.
yeah, if we could we just expedite the gun sale thing and then end the session because I gotta go in a bit.
Oh, I was going to end it right here. That's why I was
If
asking
not,
if there's anything,
okay, yeah, that
anything
works,
else that you guys want to do while you're, either in the van or in the cafe. Is there anything else, any other loose ends you want to?
Can I have 1 willpower point back for acting like an autocrat this evening?
Yeah, I'd say that's appropriate.
Yeah, they're controlling individuals, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Wait,
De
do you get them
facto.
both for your demeanor and for your
Yes.
Yes.
nature?
Yes.
Oh, you do?
If it applies, yes.
Okay.
Like if you did successfully do whatever that is, yes.
Oh, because the rules say that you only get them for your nature.
Whatever. I don't have a problem with doing both. That's fine.
Okay. Cool.
I mean, it's only willpower. It's not like it's fundamentally going to be a
Yeah.
huge issue.
I'm also a rogue demeanor. I forget what that. Looking out for yourself.
Now, yeah,
Mhm.
which you really haven't.
Self-serving.
You've actually been more helping the group more than I wouldn't say that applies to you this session so far.
No, yeah, I know.
You've been like Sydney said, you've kind of been like he's been the dad, you've been the mom and trying to keep everyone in line.
Look,
So
Oh no!
Look, okay.
the opposite
I've
of
not
rogue.
been-
The opposite of rogue.
I have not been that far out of line.
Not too far.
Not
it
too
hasn't
far.
gotten out of hand.
A little,
No.
but not a lot.
Not crazy. All right. So I think we should end it here.
Yeah.
Let's call it.
Yeah.
This was a good session. We were very productive. Much more productive than.
No, we weren't. We were counterproductive.
Well-
We fucking took out one of our own guys.
Well, you ended on a strong note. Let me put it that way.
Yeah.
Yeah. The beginning, I was just like, oh, fuck, what's happening?
Sorry about that, Joker. We're gonna work on. That was a good point.
Unmagicking you, I
Drac.
think, is what they're.
Let's talk to Julius next time. Maybe he can unmagic
Yeah,
you. And even if the
that's all I was
Ventures don't
asking.
lift the veil on us being fucked, if they do and we're back in good with the cam, then first people we go to is the Tremere and be like, unmagic him.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
We can
Yeah,
also
that's-
work on getting allies for the conflict thing once we've unmagicked Joker.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I was asking about the torpor thing earlier, because it's like it as a player, it's kind of fucked up because he just took him out of commission. So I was thinking, like, is there like a limit to how long a player could be in torpor? I want to push towards
Yeah,
getting
I'd like to
Joker
get him out of
torpor
torpor
'cause-
as soon as
Yeah.
possible because
Yeah.
it sucks to be that person.
Yeah. Exactly. All right, guys. Well,
Could
thanks
you-
everyone for listening. Appreciate it.
Uh,
We will end it here. Hope everyone's enjoyed listening, and check us out if you want to listen to all these sessions of the Chronicle. You can check us out on worldofdarkness.news in the media section. Have a wonderful evening. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.